Say good morning to handsome Harry Mays, who joins us.
Morning, Johnny Marks.
What's up, dude?
Feel better today. I brought my computer. I don't feel naked in here like I did on Thursday, and I brought some lunch.
I have lunch as well.
Yes.
Actually, I already ate my sandwich on the way down. I was too hungry.
Oh, you did?
Ham and cheese on low-carb wheat. Delicious.
Nice.
With mustard. So I only have a couple of things left. But, yes, I ate already. So it's good that you said you felt naked last time.
Yeah, last time.
All right, he has pants on, so he does have
I'm fully clothed.
Okay.
Yeah, fully clothed. But, last Thursday, my first day in here ended up being just an epic disaster. And I'm getting blamed all weekend long for being the mush that killed Philadelphia.
I forgot the last time you were on. I knew it was pre-Eagles game. I didn't realize it was that day. Yeah,
it was that day, the day that will live in infamy.
So it's you.
Yes. In fact, I saw a tweet over the weekend. I retweeted it. Do we say retweet anymore?
I don't use X, so
okay.
I just say tweet.
Well, this guy, Greg Harvey, puts out, he's like a statistician guy. He says cities in history to have their NHL team lose, NFL team lose, and Major League Baseball team lose in the playoffs and be eliminated all on the same day. Obviously, we know it was Thursday. It happened one other time. 1983 in Philadelphia.
Oh, so Philadelphia, 2 times it's happened.
2 times.
And you weren't on the air in 1983.
No, I was not. I was in my freshman year of college.
Wow.
But that was the last night of the World Series. Obviously, they played. There weren't
lost to
as
the
many
Orioles,
teams,
right? Sure.
So the World Series was over on the 16th of October.
Yeah, they only had I guess they just had the NLCS. Did they have divisional round then?
I don't think
they had that.
I don't think so. No, because there was only 2 divisions in each league.
It was the East
point.
and the West. Yeah, the Braves were until 90. Even in '93, the Braves were in the West.
In the West, yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. So that was the Wheeze kids' year, and they lost to the Orioles on that.
Joe Morgan was 40, Tony Perez, Pete Rose. Well, listen, I'm very comfortable blaming you. We'll figure out who else we're blaming. We'll start with the Eagles coming up in a second. We say good morning to Ray Dunn. Good morning, Raymond.
Good morning. How are you?
And you are a Raymond, right?
I am a Raymond, yes.
Is that a family name or?
Yes, I'm the 5th Raymond in a row.
Really?
Yeah. I just don't have the same middle name, so I don't get the cool Roman
So you don't
numeral.
get the 5th?
Yeah.
Are you a junior?
No.
A 3rd?
No.
Well, it kind of loses its luster if you're just some other Raymond.
Well, then I could just throw out that fact. We could break it down, and then I move on with my day.
At least I'm a junior, right? Same name as my dad, middle name as well.
I'm a 2nd.
Are you a 2nd? Oh, that's even cooler.
Yeah.
You're Harry Mays the 2nd? No way.
Not first.
What's your middle name?
William.
Harry William Mays.
Yes.
That is royalty right there. You
there you
sound
go.
like you could be in the royal family.
I'm not.
All right, let's get
I'm
down.
here with you.
You're definitely not in the royal family. All right, let's get down to the business, as Jose from Norristown once said. All right, so we're going to do Phillies in the second hour. Here is kind of our easy question for the text line and for the phone lines and for us to discuss. And, of course, that number is 610-632-0975. That's the phone number and the text number. So if you know it, you don't need 2 separate contacts for 97.5 The Fanatic WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia. 610-632-0975. So, rank the blame for the Eagles right now. And by the way, 4-2. No, this is an alarming. The season's in trouble, 4-2. So if people want to disagree with that, you don't.
No, I don't. That was a very concerning loss on Thursday night. The Giants were inspired. They played like inspired football, and I got the feeling that the Eagles just didn't even really care to be there.
In the fourth quarter, when Scadabo's running over everybody.
He looked like John Riggins. He wears number 44. I thought it was like we're going back to the 80s with John Riggins.
And the Eagles were just he was running guys over.
Unbelievable.
They wanted that game over.
They did.
In the fourth
They
quarter.
did.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. So rank what's wrong with the team right now in order of the biggest issue, and just give me your top 3. Give me your top 3. What are the 3 biggest issues, and rank them in order of the Eagles right now?
All right, I'm going to say the offensive line, injuries, inconsistency, all there above with the O-line is number 1 because they can't really run. They can't run the football either. You know, it's one thing to not have time to throw or not getting the ball down the field and all. They can't run. So I'm going to say offensive line. Then I'll go Jalen Hurts, Kevin Patullo. That's my top 3.
I have Hurts, offensive line, Patullo.
Oh, your Hurts 1.
Hurts, and honestly, it's not even really close. as the quarterback goes, the team goes. And it doesn't always mean that when a team isn't performing well, that it's always on the quarterback.
Right.
Like, for example, the offensive line is injured, it's ineffective, and it's clearly regressed from last year. You can go pretty much across the board. Steen actually has been pretty good. Lane Johnson can't stay healthy.
Right.
He had that stinger. He missed
In and out of the game.
In and out of the game. Steen, considering he was kind of your question mark, has been really good.
Right.
Especially considering Juergens hasn't been good at center next to him.
He's
and Lane's
hurt.
been in and out. Right.
Yeah.
And then Landon Dickerson with the injury. And I guess Mailata's been standard Mailata, maybe not as good.
Maybe not quite as good, but yeah, at least he's out there and seemingly healthy.
But the offensive line, the cohesion, and the fact that these guys all played together and they had great chemistry and they were healthy for the most part, they can run the ball, they could pass protect. Everything was perfect in front of Jalen Hurts, right?
Yep.
Not very rarely, and I'm actually Mad Mike made this point a couple weeks ago, and he's absolutely right. For Jalen Hurts to be a successful quarterback, a top quarterback in this league, he needs everything around him going pleasantly. He needs the offensive line, pass protecting, run blocking, so you can run the ball. Everything with the offensive line needs to be great. He needs the play calling. So he needs Kellen Moore to figure it out, and he needs good play calling, and everything's working great right there. Well, guess what? That doesn't always happen in the NFL where you have the best offensive line in football, everybody's healthy, and you have a great play caller.
Right. All the environment is perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing this year is the environment's not perfect.
It's not.
And he looks like the quarterback of 2023.
Yeah, and that's why it's a great observation. But that being said, then why doesn't he take it upon himself in certain situations to use his legs like he used to? Because he's not doing that either.
At all.
Yeah. It's really noticeable.
It's like he gets spooked. And you remember the game against San Francisco that broke them in 2023? The blueprint, the template, whatever you want to call it, was put out there. And Bosa comes out after the game, and he literally said, I'll give the Cowboys what to do with Jalen Hurts. Just pressure him up the middle, and he doesn't look down the field. He always doing. He's looking at the pass rush. And it was true. So teams started blitzing him. He was the most blitzed quarterback, I believe, in football for the rest of that season. So teams, you know what happens. Oh, he doesn't like the blitz. We're going to blitz the hell out of him.
League. Yeah.
You had Brian Johnson and Nick Sirianni who were unable to adjust and protect. And then even when they did protect him, Jalen thinks that he's seeing the pass rush. He's not seeing players downfield. Yeah. How many times do I need to see A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith in a game this year open?
Right.
And he's not even being seen. You're talking about potentially game-changing plays. So even though they can't run the ball effectively, even though the pass protection isn't great, there are opportunities for Jalen Hurts to make big plays, and he's missing them.
Yep.
He is not playing well.
No,
right
he's
now.
not. He's not. I've talked to guys that watch the All-22. I haven't personally this year, but the guys that I talk to say there's guys open. He's not seeing them, or he's just not throwing it.
Yep. This looks like chemistry issues with the team. A.J. Brown said
Haven't we been here before?
Yeah, we were.
It's eerily similar.
Jimmy Kempski puts out, they met. They had a meeting, a very long meeting. Everything's great now. Right. And then A.J. Brown says, we didn't meet. I talked to him in the parking lot.
Some cryptic tweet comes out, and you're like, we've been here before.
This is trouble.
Yeah.
Ray Dunn, what's the biggest issue with the Eagles right now?
It's the play caller. It's the play caller. The offensive line is one that I'll go to as well with the health. And I would say the Giants game's the first time where I'm like, squarely this loss is on your quarterback. But look at the second half of games. Look at when they've had to adjust. Look at when they've had a counterpunch thrown at them. There is no counter to be thrown back at anyone. The only time they've looked good in the second half is when they're like, well, screw it. We're down by 19. Might as well just start throwing the ball over the field against the Rams. And then I'm coming back in that game. Name me another second half that's looked good.
No.
The Cowboys, the weather. All right, fine. Week 1, it's the weather. That game against the Chiefs,
yeah.
They score because they throw a 50-50 ball. Devontae Smith goes up and gets it.
Yeah.
They had no answer to the blitz in that game at all. The Buccaneers looked like crap in the second half.
They didn't complete a pass.
Broncos looked like crap in the second half.
How is that possible?
The Giants last week looked like crap in the second half.
And the Rams, they got on a roll. They also needed 2 consecutive field goal blocks
Right.
to win the game.
Right.
But the offense did look better in the second half.
But that was screw it. We just got to start throwing the ball. Like
Yeah,
there
that was the game.
There was nothing that you schemed up there. It was like just, all right, we're going to air it out and see if it works.
That was the game where we all thought, man, did Jalen just go rogue in the second half and say, screw it, I'm just doing our thing?
And I think he did. So he needs to do that more.
Right.
He needs to do that more. By the way, everybody will point to, another offensive coordinator for Jalen Hurts. Does everybody realize they're running the same offense every year? It's called the Jalen Hurts offense. Kellen Moore didn't come in here with his own offense. They're running the same concepts.
Right.
I mean, it's
Things that he does well.
Jalen Hurts is, for the most part, a one-read quarterback at this point, who's not seeing the field well, who's more comfortable checking the ball down as opposed to taking a shot.
Right.
He's playing too conservative because I think it's been drilled in his head, don't turn the ball over, and then this is what you get.
Well, that was during the bye week of last year.
Because he was bad before the bye
He didn't
week.
throw an interception after that, I don't think, until, the playoffs maybe?
So it worked.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But when you make that much money and you're the quarterback and you're the Super Bowl MVP, sometimes you just got to be on you regardless of what's going on around you.
Yeah, you can't lose to that Giants team.
Holy cow, man.
Come on.
Uninspiring. The defense is banged up or whatever. But the interception he threw in the, I guess it's the fourth quarter, would have put him down by 3 or 4 points, I forget.
It was 27-17, I think. So it would have been 27-24, right?
With all the momentum,
Right.
and instead it was almost a pick six.
Yep.
And Giants go in there and the game's over.
Yep.
610-632-0975. That's the phone number. That's the text line. Coming up after this, your opinion. Is Jalen Hurts killing him right now, or are we not being fair? Also, Chris Canty on ESPN said that the problem with Jalen Hurts comes from one of two places. We have that for you coming up as well. Don't go anywhere. Big show. This is Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Unfiltered. looked off. Now, there's only two logical explanations as to why we got the performance from him that we saw on Thursday Night Football. Either A, you don't think Jalen Hurts is as good as football as been purported, or you think that, and this is the alternative, B, the relationship with A.J. Brown, the overall chemistry in the locker room, is negatively impacting his performance on the field. That's the only thing I can come up with.
Well, what do you think, A or B? You know this better than anyone.
I would lean toward B. I mean, I don't understand why people think it's so far-fetched to see a relationship between a wide receiver and a quarterback devolve to the point where the organization feels like it could be addition by subtraction.
Well, I mean, and that's Chris Kenny, ESPN Radio. Okay, but why would that make his play regress so much because of chemistry? Sure, it's part of it. But when Jalen Hurts isn't confident, man, Jalen Hurts isn't confident throwing the football. And right now, he looks as lost as he did. I'm telling you, this is a carbon copy to 2023. Remember the gauntlet, Harry?
Yes.
They got through the gauntlet.
They did.
They beat, remember the game against the Bills in the pouring rain? Mm-hmm. Long field goal, good. Good! Eagles win. And it's like the gauntlet. Oh, the Eagles are so great. I remember saying, like, all this team does is win. It's unbelievable. I don't care if they win big or small. They win by a couple points. They find ways to win. And then, just like that, over. Season was over. San Francisco beat them, and they were done. They were done. And this year, 4-0. Oh, they're finding ways to win. Now they're coming off a Super Bowl win.
Right.
But in 2023, they were in the Super Bowl, and they almost beat the Chiefs. Oh, got to give them the benefit of the doubt. And, oh, they find ways to win. And like that, boom. And the Giants' loss is as alarming a loss as you're going to see.
I scoffed at the whole notion that it could be an issue between AJ and Jalen until now. Like, there's just too much stuff. You know what I mean? Like, but before I was like, nah, you got to be kidding me. They're both professionals. They want to win. Like, Jalen Hurts is calling, Peyton Manning, on his day off to figure out, what he needs to do. He's talking to Tiger Woods. He's doing, talking to all these winners. All he wants to do is win. Why would he let some, relationship deteriorate to the extent where it affects the play on the field? But it looks like it has.
Yep. It spooks him. Jalen Hurts is spooked, like you mentioned. He's not scrambling around. He's not making plays with his legs. And by the way, also, look at the formula for the Eagles. When he throws the ball that many times, they lose for the most part. They're at their best when they can run the ball 25 times a game, or when he can throw it 25 times a game. And it's a balanced running attack. When they have to, when they rely on Jalen to throw, now he has done it. The Super Bowl. That's the thing. He comes out in the Super Bowl and he outplays Pat Mahomes twice.
Right.
In the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But he can't.
The biggest of moments.
But he can't hit a pass in the Giants game or against the Broncos.
No.
Make it make sense. Football Mondays, by the way, Harry, brought to you by Pierce Phelps Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning. Visit nopaybryant.com. Text line is saying what about this subject? Ray Dunn.
You are completely wrong. You can't even tell me that wasn't Kellen Moore's offense. Nick even asked him to stay and run it back. That offense was all Kellen Moore last year. If it wasn't Kellen Moore's offense, then what happened to all the pre-snap motion? Where's the RPO plays there? Back to Sirianni's stale vanilla offense with none of that good stuff happening.
They're running the Jalen Hurts offense. Now, is Patullo as good of a play caller, or is he as creative as Kellen Moore?
How could he be?
No,
he's never done it.
What about the game where Dallas Goedert got a couple of those shovel passes, or that one little pitch that
was like Andy Reid type stuff.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Patullo's not doing a good job.
No, he's not.
Who's going to say that he's doing a good job? If Kellen Moore was here, would they be having the same problems? I believe they would.
You do?
Yes. You cannot have an NFL locker room where you have divisive and division. And if you think this is just A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts and everybody else I'm staying out of it. I like both guys. Doesn't work like that.
So this is T.O. and McNabb all over again.
This to me, I don't. He's not doing sit-ups yet. But yeah,
maybe
close.
The bye week's coming.
He might be doing pull-ups or push-ups or something. But like there's Ricky Bo said this on Friday. He said, I've been in clubhouses, I've been in locker rooms. I know when something's off, then something's off. And it's not like, oh, well, these two guys and everybody's just trying to not get between them or trying to no. Like, if A.J. Brown is unhappy, you think Devontae Smith's happy?
Well, he's playing well.
Is Devontae Smith's playing well? A.J.'s not getting the ball, but Devontae Smith's also, he's wide open and they're missing him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the quarterback's issue.
Right.
But I don't think this is negatively affecting Devontae Smith and his personality. I think that guy's just out there trying to do whatever he can to help the team win.
It's negatively affecting A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
And Jalen seems like that he feels the pressure. When A.J.'s unhappy, he feels the pressure of that. More text. What do you got?
Very simply put from an unnamed texter. Hurts flat out stinks. That's the problem.
Is that fair, Harry?
Well, he did Thursday night.
Throwing the football.
They all stunk Thursday night.
They did.
And it all went bad as soon as I found out that Jalen Carter wasn't available. Remember, I texted you. I'm like, Jalen Carter's out tonight with some heel issue that I didn't even know existed. And then you lose Quinyon Mitchell, early into that game, and that totally upsets the whole cornerback rotation.
Two best defensive players.
And all of a sudden, you got guys you never heard of on the Giants. Some 6'5" dude, making plays like he's Jerry Rice. Jackson Dart's running around like Fran Tarkenton back there. It was unbelievable.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
We said on Thursday that Jackson Dart's good.
Yeah, he is good.
He is good.
I didn't think he was that good.
I hate him.
Scatterbo,
I
don't
hate
like him. We'd love him here, though.
Yes, we would. He'd be great. Well, he could replace Saquon Barkley, get him out of here, right? Like, bench Saquon, put Scatterbo in.
Yeah, Scatterboo.
So coming up at the last segment of the program, Harry, and I'm going to mention this every hour because we got to get it going. We're doing a segment called Feedback.
Okay.
And you can email 97feedback at 975feedback at 975thefanatic.com. Feedback was taken.
All right.
So we had to do 975 feedback.
Okay. I like that better, though.
Good.
Yeah.
At 975thefanatic.com. Or the text line at 610-632-0975. Just make sure you're leaving your name and your location.
Okay.
When you leave the email or the text message. At the end of the show, an AI-generated voice will spit out the best feedback and play it for us.
The best or the worst?
It could be both.
Okay.
Sometimes the worst is the best, and the best is the worst.
It's just feedback on that show.
Feedback on this show.
All right.
It's like the old sound-off line when people used to call in. Yeah. It was like my text line on my last show. Ray Dunn, this is feedback.
97.5 feedback at 975thefanatic.com.
Correct. Or the text line.
Just
make sure you're leaving your name and location so we can identify you in the feedback. All right. Also coming up around 1 o'clock, shortly before 1 o'clock, we're going to debut flyer in an envelope for not like a flyer that you get in the mail, a Philadelphia flyer in the envelope.
Right.
Harry Mays, we're playing for a pair of tickets to the Panthers Flyers home opener, which is tonight. So if you can go to the game tonight, then you should participate. That's coming up at right around 1 o'clock, like 12:55 is when that's.
Well, that's big because they've already played the Panthers and lost. So
revenge.
It might be a good night for the Fly Guys tonight.
Yeah. Do you do hockey play-by-play, Ray?
No, I haven't.
Could you in a pinch? Like if they called you today?
If they called me today?
If they had American
Who's going to say no to that?
It's like Ray Dunn or Matt Martucci, whoever gets here first.
Fedatenko.
Martucci will get there first. Love Matt.
Coming up next, Tim McManus on Friday spoke about the comparisons to 2023 as well as where the problems with AJ and the offense are right now. We'll revisit that coming up next. It is Middays with Marks with Mays, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Trying to reset. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. After a forgettable week in Philly sports, we're looking to turn things, just turn the page right now with this group and this group of teams in the city. The Phillies are trying to turn towards the future after falling the Dodgers in 4 games in the National League Divisional Series. Todd Zalecki was on with Kevin Cooney over the weekend, said he doesn't anticipate Rob Thompson to lose his job.
I've got no indication that Rob is going to lose his job. He was asked about it, and to his credit, and this is why I think he's a great manager, he said, I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried about the 60 broken-hearted people in that clubhouse right now.
We're going to find out how different that clubhouse will look over the coming months. A lot of key free agents for the Phillies, including Kyle Schwarber, JT Muto, and Ranger Suarez, to name a few. As for the Birds, trying to turn the page from a disastrous loss to the Giants on Thursday Night Football. They'll have the Vikings this Sunday in Minnesota. The Flyers trying to turn the page after a pair of losses, including a heartbreaker in overtime over the weekend to open up their season. This update is brought to you by the New Jersey Department of Transportation. What if the last thing motorcyclist sees is you driving while distracted? Stay focused on driving safely. Visit drivesafelynj.com. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the best Birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5thefanatic.com.
recognizes that the offense, and this does have 23 feeling to it, like the offense needs to be better, and 24. The offense needs to be better in order for us to get to where we want to go. We know the kind of, the subtext here is he's frustrated about how the ball is getting to him. There's been questions about just we watch and we see that he and Hurts aren't interacting. We know that, or at least not as much. We know that there was a meeting last week with Saquon and Jalen and all these, main characters to try to get it sort of together. And so they're obviously scrambling. So I don't think it's just results oriented in the sense of like wins or losses, but there's obviously some undercurrents flowing here that I think everybody needs to kind of put behind them for the better interest of the team.
All right, that's Tim McManus on Friday. And then after Tim was on, A.J. Brown denied that there was a meeting.
Right.
And said they were in the parking lot. Jimmy Kempski's going to join us at 10:55 from Philly Voice, longtime Eagle reporter.
Love Kempski.
He's the best.
So is this another Eagle player hanging out in his car in the parking lot?
Eating lunch like Namdi?
You know, Namdi is just like
that was another disaster
that was
of the
another
season,
total
Harry.
train wreck. Yes.
So I want your opinion on it.
Yeah.
Who puts the information out there? We're going to have Jimmy on. But how does, Jimmy tweets out that Saquon, Jalen, AJ, they sat down and they had a meeting in the morning. And it was a long meeting. In fact, they said it was a couple hours.
Why did Saquon need to be involved in that? I thought it was just an issue between the other two.
So what AJ had said was that Saquon had to broker this meeting because the other two weren't getting.
Where's the head coach in all this? I mean, seriously, if we had an issue here in the radio station, okay, you'd expect the boss to come in and say, listen, you two in a room right now, work it out. You got a show in 20 minutes.
Job.
Yeah, exactly.
So has that already been attempted by the coach 2 years ago, last year, and they thought that maybe Saquon being involved would be a different voice? Saquon's a 2,000-yard rusher. He's looked at as being a Madden cover, the stuff that he did last year.
He's on every commercial now.
So it's like, okay, maybe you can get through to him, right? Maybe you, because you're friends with both and they both respect you, maybe you can get through to them. I don't know. But AJ denied that this long meeting happened. He said they were in the park. They saw each other in the parking lot.
And just had a chat.
And that was it. It lasted for a couple minutes, which is much different than the way it was being portrayed.
Yes.
So here's my theory on it. The Eagles want that information out there because they're so worried about the public perception of what's going on, and they feel like that, oh, my God, the fans are freaking out.
Yep.
We want to make sure that everything's okay so that we put this out there. AJ sees that and is pissed all week because he's like, that didn't happen. What is going on? And he feels like he's being the scapegoat again. So this doesn't make things better.
No.
It actually makes things worse.
Yes, absolutely. I think your read on it is 100% spot on. And that's troubling.
Dude, they're still 4-2. It's not like that they're 2-4 or
no, I know.
1-15.
But I'm telling you, things can go south. It gets late early in the NFL, and then things can go south fast.
We're south.
Yes.
4-2 doesn't feel like 4-2.
No, it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't.
Any more text assists there?
Yeah, we got VT Ron checking in on the text line. First off, hey, Harry, how's the golf game going?
Love VT Ron. Ran into him in Myrtle Beach one time.
Really?
Yeah, playing golf.
Look at you.
Yeah.
How's the golf game?
VT's Virginia Tech. He's a big Virginia Tech guy.
I thought it was Vermont.
No, I think it's Virginia Tech.
It's Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. Nobody cares about my golf game.
Well, he did. I was answering. I'm reading the full text
Just
here.
like Bill in Woodwood has a question for you about Temple football, which nobody cares about you and Harry.
Well, I'll tell you.
There's a big weekend we got to break down.
No,
with
but
that.
so we actually have a segment where I'm going to leave, and you guys are I'm going to give you 60 seconds, and I'm going to come back with a glass of water. Or maybe I'm going to take a leak.
2 owls in a room? Is that
you guys can talk. I'm going to leave because that's how much I care about Temple football.
Go get a cup of coffee. It'll be the most time you have to get a cup of coffee.
You're right.
Give us 5 minutes. We'll break it all down for you.
All right, so Bill, hang on for that because that's the next time you're getting on the air with a question for Ray about Temple football.
I love they're calling for me instead of Harry Mason sitting right there.
We're gonna hear about Temple soccer today on the show.
Yeah,
is
so
that right?
So you don't know about this, but we're having a little segment today called Play by Play with Ray.
Oh, good.
Nate back there is making a montage of your doubleheader that you called yesterday.
Oh, good. Back to the text board here. Secondly, Jalen Hurts could never read multiple options. He was always a first-look quarterback and then use his feet, which he's not doing this year. It's a high school passing train. It's really easy to cover. It's very predictable. Don't know how this is going to get fixed.
It is like, Harry, I was thinking about this. I was thinking about driving in this morning. I was thinking about this, and it's not that it's complex with Jalen Hurts, but he's the strangest quarterback. Eli Manning, his career is strange because he's a two-time Super Bowl MVP, almost like Jalen, who has one and would have had another. But when you look at his overall body of work outside of that, he's a 500 quarterback.
And both beat dynasties.
Yes. In big spots, they came up huge.
Huge.
And Jalen's done nothing but win. He doesn't have the 500 record that Eli does.
Right.
But it's still, I watch him play, and when he's good, it's like, man, like he really has those intangibles, and that's what makes him a winner. But when he struggles throwing the ball and he doesn't have confidence, he doesn't even look like a starting quarterback.
No, it's 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. It's disgusting.
It's weird,
It really
man.
is.
It's really weird.
And then you have a guy like Lane Johnson, well respected, going to the Hall of Fame, best at his position, telling the reporters that they're predictable.
Just what you want out of a veteran coming out and airing out the air. So is that's offensive coordinator.
Yes.
Well, Jalen came out and said after that one game where they came back and the offense looked good, he's like, no, you got to let us make plays. You got to let us play. Because at the time they were like, just run it, get it to 3rd and 3 so we can run it for 4th
do a
and
tush
1
push.
and do a tush push. It's just 2023. They were so reliant on the tush push. This is the exact same thing. This season is the exact same thing. They got through the early gauntlet. The toughest part of the schedule this year is the first 4 games. They go 4-0.
Yep.
They have the damn gauntlet in 2023, and they lost to the Niners, but they were good going through it.
Yeah.
And then the season fell apart.
And how good is that win at Tampa looking now?
Holy cow. Tampa's good.
Tampa is good. That's a good win.
That's a good win.
I mean,
Kansas City was a good win. Dallas, maybe not that good of a win. They lost to Carolina.
yeah.
And you tweeted out Carolina money line.
That was my
yesterday.
big play yesterday. I was all over that game. Money line plus 145. And then I gave half of it back on the Niners because I don't respect Baker Mayfield until now.
Now you do.
Yes, I do.
That first down that he got on the run, where I don't know how the hell a 6'1",
I know.
not
He defies
particularly.
a lot
Oh
of
my
odds.
God, man,
Yeah.
he's fun to watch.
Yeah, he
really
is. He is.
Now, was that a free pick on a recorded message, or would you have an 800?
No, I just gave that out on X. That was
Okay.
my free pick on X.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wish I would have seen it.
I'm going to drop one tonight, too. There's 2 games tonight.
Oh, I have a parlay.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh, my
Little
Bet
par-
Parks parlay
Bet
of the day.
Parks?
Yep. Oh yeah, you know it. You know it. I'm going to save it for the end of the show. It's called a tease.
Okay.
In the business.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of teases, play-by-play with Ray's coming up next hour. Jimmy Kempski's coming up at 10:55. The meeting that he reported. What was going on with the meeting is what's going on with AJ and Jalen. He has insights on that. That's coming up next. And Stephen A. Smith took aim at Jalen Hurts after that loss. What did he say? You believe that?
Wow.
We're perfectly aligned, me and Stephen A. Like that. All right. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks.
Philadelphia is a sports city full of passionate and knowledgeable fans.
Your intelligence shouldn't be insulted.
Jalen Hurts is no rookie. He's been in this league long enough where if you've got an offensive coordinator, of course you want to defer to him. Of course he's the authoritative figure. But you got to get in his ear and be like, yo, man, this is a bit predictable. This ain't working. But then you see Devontae Smith wide open. He gets missed. You see A.J. Brown wide open when Hurts throws that interception. A.J. Brown was wide open in the end zone. Wide open. Just a few feet behind him. But he made the wrong decision. You got to take those into account and look at him. Those are not offensive coordinator play calling right there. That's Jalen Hurts missing.
Yep, Stephen A. Smith on ESPN. The biggest problem with the Eagles right now is Jalen Hurts. And I'll take it a step further. If you want this season to fall off the rails, let Jalen Hurts get injured and miss a game. And put Tanner McKee back there.
Oh, boy.
Because you know what would happen?
He's going to win a game.
He's going to be slinging that freaking ball everywhere, and you know it.
Oh, my. I saw some people.
He's good.
Some fans on X calling for him already.
It might be a little premature considering he's the Super Bowl MVP.
A little. I mean, God.
But if you're looking for chaos, and sometimes, chaos is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, let Tanner McKee play a quarter and let him throw it. See what A.J. Brown looks like after that game where he's getting the ball all over the place.
A.J. Brown gets dinged in the game against Minnesota, has to come out of the game midway through the third, and Tanner McKee leads them on 2 scoring drives, and they come back and win the game. Look out.
Yep. 610-632-0975.
Exactly. Now, Minnesota's got quarterback issues of their own.
They sure do.
It's chaos up there, too.
Yeah, and doesn't seem like there's a real good answer to the quarterback problem up there.
No, and they're coming off their bye. I think they thought they would have things sort of ironed out by now, and apparently not. So
they could have had Aaron Rodgers. He wanted to go there.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have done that. I mean, I'm not telling you Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers 10 years ago.
No.
But, he's good enough to win some games with Pittsburgh right now, for sure. All right, so Kempski with the whole whatever's going on with the meeting and everything else, but the biggest problem with the Eagles right now is Jalen Hurts. 610-632-0975. Yes or no? The text line's probably very disagreeing with me a lot. Ray Dunn?
Yeah, text line's not really in favor of what you're saying right now. We got someone chiming in with it's line play, full stop. Injuries and overall poor play on both lines is what's killing them right now.
Agreed. It's a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a luxury in this city of a comfort level with offensive line play that is just, it kind of lulls you to sleep a little bit. That once it starts to deteriorate for whatever reasons, injuries, maybe just lack of, maybe guys are over the, kind of cresting. Maybe they're no longer quite as good.
Sure.
That can happen. It can happen overnight.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden you see it, you start blaming other things because you're like, nah, it can't be the line. That's our thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been our cornerstone for decades.
Just because you're a talented quarterback doesn't mean you have to have a great offensive line.
No.
Like you had said.
No.
Jalen Hurts has been...
That's a luxury.
Very fortunate to have the offensive line that they've had.
Yeah.
So what have we learned about Jalen Hurts? A, when the light is the brightest, when you need a score, you need a drive, Jalen Hurts is the guy that you want with the ball.
Right.
For sure. And he's proven that.
Right. When he's up against another quarterback that is perceived to be the man, like Mahomes, in the biggest of spots, Jalen Hurts is going to come to play, and he's going to give you his best, everything he's got.
He did it against Josh Allen in 2023. Like, he steps up big, but when he struggles, he struggles.
Right.
When he doesn't have confidence, he doesn't have confidence. Right now, he looks spooked to me.
Mm-hmm.
He does. He's not making good decisions. Right? Like, Jalen Hurts, even when he doesn't have to throw the ball 35, 40 times a game, he's decisive in what he's doing. I love when he runs. He'll run just to get 7 yards, and he slides and he jumps back up. And
there's an energy about that.
Yep.
It picks up the team. It's kind of a, if you're an offensive lineman, you love that too.
The whole team feeds off of the confidence of the quarterback,
right.
Throwing the ball, running the ball, and when you're not winning games and when you're not moving the ball in the offense, he loses confidence. And then a guy like A.J. Brown's like, well, this guy stinks.
He's my boy and all, but man.
No, not anymore. This guy stinks. And then everybody's like, all right.
So AJ's only a fair weather friend, I guess. Only when his buddy's playing well is he friends with him?
Not anymore.
Wow.
We'll talk to Jimmy. Everybody that I've talked to that's around the team has said that clearly they don't have the same relationship that they did before. When Brandon Graham last year squeezed the toothpaste out of the tube and he tried to put it back in,
right.
But he had said that I know that they're not friends like they used to be, but you can't let the personal stuff get involved in the business. You have to separate the business from the personal.
So what is it, a jealousy thing?
I would love to know.
Yeah, I would too.
AJ is a really interesting, emotional, like T.O. to me just felt like a lunatic.
Right.
To me, that's not AJ.
No, T.O. was crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, AJ.
I loved it, but he was crazy.
He was a great player.
Yeah.
But AJ to me seems more complex than crazy,
Yes.
if that makes sense.
No, you're right. And then he'll put out a cryptic message on his social media, and he knows everybody's just going to be like, "Wow, what's this mean?" And
Reading
come
a
up with-
book on the sideline.
Yeah. It's a circus.
And then he's like, "Oh, I didn't know people were going to talk about it."
Right.
Yeah, sure.
of
You had a
course he
book.
did.
You had a book on the sideline
in this town. Right. They notice everything.
Anybody agreeing with me on?
You've
on
given
this?
a lot of people on our YouTube chat that have been fighting this brigade against Hurts a lot of hope today.
Good.
They've been very happy. We got Idol 76. Hurts is too coddled. Newsflash: he isn't special or elite. He's an okay QB who needs the players around him who are better at their positions than he is to step up to win games.
That's basically what you were saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, if everything's good around him, he's perfect. But it's not because any quarterback except Pat Mahomes needs talent around him.
Right.
Pat Mahomes, I mean, Juju Smith-Schuster and Hollywood Brown. Not every quarterback is like that.
Right. To be fair, there's very few in the league that can do it without everything else being perfect. I mean, Dak Prescott's like that too.
You need talent to win in this league.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, well, sure, Jalen." No, you need talent to win. But man, he's had it. He has. All right, Jimmy Kincade next will join us. He had the story that the meeting happened, and it lasted for hours. And it didn't come out of it. It didn't come out of it. He didn't say it came out, everything's great. But I know the reaction that I had was, "Oh, that's awesome." Makes me feel a little bit better that the leaders on offense are meeting, the skill guys are meeting, and they're getting on the same page. Like, that's a lot better than things falling apart. Well, AJ comes out and denies it after the game and then tweets out that it was in the parking lot.
And isn't the fact that it apparently took hours, isn't that a concern too? Like, really, we need hours to break this down and get through this?
My initial reaction on the air was, why did they, like, what were they eating? Was it a long, and like, no, it was breakfast. Like, why would you talk for hours?
How many
about
courses were for this breakfast?
I thought maybe they're playing video games or something and they were hanging out and just talking like guys.
Jeez.
I don't know. All right, Kepski coming up next. Don't go anywhere. It's Middays with the Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Trying to reset. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. After a forgettable week in Philly sports, we're looking to reset here in the city. The Phillies going to have to look towards the future after falling to the Dodgers in 4 games in the LDS last week. Todd Zlecki was on with Kevin Cooney over the weekend, saying he doesn't anticipate Rob Thompson to lose his job.
I've got no indication that Rob is going to lose his job. He was asked about it, and to his credit, and this is why I think he's a great manager, he said, "I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried about the 60 broken-hearted people in that clubhouse right now."
Well, that clubhouse could look a lot different come 2026. They'll have to look at whether to bring back a number of key free agents like Kyle Schwarber, JT Realmuto, and Ranger Suarez, amongst others. As for the Birds, they're looking to turn the page after a disastrous loss on Thursday Night Football to the Giants 34-17 last Thursday. They've got the Vikings this Sunday in Minnesota, and the Flyers, a heartbreaking overtime loss over the weekend. They've lost their first 2 games to open up the season. Home opener tonight for the Flyers. You catch that game right here on The Fanatic. This update's brought to you by AAA Tire and Auto Service. October is Car Care Month at your local AAA Tire and Auto Service location. Save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Valid October 1st through October 31st. Visit AAA.com/mycar. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the best Birds coverage. 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5thefanatic.com.
Mays here today as well. Harry Mays. And this is 97.5 The Fanatic, WPEN and WPEN HD1 Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studio, powering possibilities. I wasn't surprised the Phillies lost. Dodgers are a good team.
Yeah.
You hate how they lost, but I wasn't surprised that they lost. But what happened in the second part of Thursday night, I was shocked.
Me too.
They got
Me too. I was so anxious to see Vic Fangio just like mess with Jackson Dart. And I know the injuries to their two best defenders had a lot to do with that. That being said, I was just like blown away by the way they lost that football game.
Scatterbo.
Yeah.
He's perfect for the Giants.
He really is.
All those
I
Long
think he'd
Islanders.
be perfect for anybody who had him, really.
No, I agree.
He could fit in anywhere.
He's really annoying.
He is.
To discuss, and Jimmy Kempski of the Philly Voice, longtime Eagles writer for the Philly Voice, joins us right now because one of the big stories coming out of that game and before that game was Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, and did they meet, did they not meet? Jimmy Kempski, hello. Hi, buddy. Jimmy.
Yeah, hello.
There he is.
You kind of disappeared there for a second. How are you guys?
Jimmy, how are you?
Doing well.
I'm good. Yeah.
All right, let's. So I got to ask you. So you on? I guess it's what's today? Today is so last Monday you tweeted out. I'm told Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Saquon Barkley had a long positive conversation today. Lasted a couple hours. The game's over on Thursday night. A.J. I thought he was playing coy, not wanting to answer questions about it. So he said he doesn't recall the meeting. And then he tweets out on Friday that the meeting actually didn't happen like that. That they were talking in the parking lot. So. Is your understanding that this meeting did happen, or what do you think's going on in this situation?
So I think his objection to it was, essentially is the term meeting. Because I don't think it was that. The meeting implies these guys put something in their calendar, sat down at a specific time, and whatever. And that's not really how it went down. And, the way that I had phrased it when I put it out there was that it was a conversation that just lasted a couple hours. So I think he kind of objected to the idea that it was some kind of thing that, needed to happen, or that it was like the dreaded kind of quote unquote players only kind of meeting type thing. I also just don't think he wanted to talk about it. Like he didn't want that out there that they had this conversation. Saquon Barkley expressed that he didn't want this conversation to get out there, but it did, obviously. And I don't know what Jalen Hurts' feelings on it are. He didn't seem to express that he was unhappy that it got out there. But it was a conversation that lasted, like I said, a couple hours. And I'd heard it initially, confirmed it with somebody else, and they had kind of said, yeah, it's all good. Like they talked for a while, and they talked basically about the offense, and it was productive, positive kind of meeting, conversation.
One of the things he said was that at least he felt like, and I remember him talking about this in 2023, he feels like he's the scapegoat, or he felt like he was the scapegoat. In other words, Saquon had to call this meeting to broker between Jalen and AJ and get them on the same page. Is that do you believe that's part of the problem that AJ had?
I don't know. I mean, that's probably just a better question for AJ, because I don't think he got asked that. I don't think he answered that part anyway. I just don't think he wanted to talk about it. I don't think he was happy that it got out, and I don't think he wanted to talk about it, certainly after a loss to a bad team that they've pretty much dominated over the years. I think he and Saquon in particular, we're not thrilled that the conversation got out there. I think that's really what his objection was after the game, when he, it was silly for him to deny that it happened because, Hurts and Barkley had already confirmed that it did. But, I just think he didn't want to talk about it is really all it was.
Wow. Jimmy, how did we get here? I mean, this team's coming off a Super Bowl championship, a parade. They start the season, beat the Chiefs, beat the Cowboys. At one point, they were 4-0. How did we get here? Everything should be good.
Yeah, I think that we even when they were 4-0, we could kind of see that they weren't playing the same way that they were playing, obviously, when they closed the season last year. To me, I think the biggest issue is in the trenches, where we have seen them dominate, certainly on the offensive side of the ball, for years. And then last year, at times, they dominated on the defensive side of the ball. Not always, but at times they dominated on the defensive side of the ball in the trenches. And we're not seeing that this year. So obviously they were a very elite run team last year. Mm-hmm. This year, heading into Sunday, they're 26th in rushing offense. They're 26th in rushing defense. Their rushing yard differential, meaning, rushing yards for versus rushing yards against. I don't have the exact number in front of me, but it's roughly like 230 something. Minus 230 something through the first 6 games.
Wow.
Which is unheard of for this team. They're actually 28th in the NFL in rushing yard differential. The only teams worse than them off the top of my head, I believe, are the Bengals, who are awful, the Dolphins, who are awful, the Bears, and some other team. I wrote an article about it this morning, but that's the company that they're keeping right now with the way that their run game on both sides of the ball are playing. So, they had that major advantage last year. They were the number 2 rushing offense. They were the number 10 rushing defense. Their run differential last year was over 1,700 yards in the positive. Wow. So they were out gaining teams on the ground by over 80 yards per game, which is kind of crazy that they were able to do that, first of all. And it's kind of crazy how quickly it has gone in the opposite direction. And what we saw throughout the season, last year, and even at times in 2023 and certainly in 2022, was that they get a lead and they just choke teams out. Like, remember that Pittsburgh game last year where I think Pittsburgh had like 2 possessions in the second half, and the Eagles had 3, and they held the ball for an insane amount of, like, their last drive of the game was, I think it was like 20 plays or something like that. Mm-hmm. And they just choked teams out when they got a lead with that rushing attack. And, they get positive yards first, second down. Occasionally you have to convert a short third down, get that, and just keep those drives going. This year, they're more likely to have a 3 and out, give the ball right back to the opponent, and keep giving them chances and chances and chances to claw their way back in. Almost got burned by it in Tampa, and then eventually they did get burned by it against Denver here at home, and then obviously they got their asses kicked, excuse my language, on Thursday night against the Giants. So I think that's kind of been the biggest theme for me this season, is that they just haven't been as good in the trenches as they have been, as we have kind of gotten accustomed to seeing them.
And if you look back to last year, the Eagles were at their best when Jalen was throwing the ball 25 times a game, around that, right? Yep. You had said they effectively run the ball. Jalen plays off the run. The offense went through Saquon Barkley last year, and not able to do that this year, it's become an issue. Everybody wants to, and to begin the season, Jimmy, a lot of people were saying 2023, even when they were 4-0, and I pushed back against that because they were coming off a Super Bowl, and it's like, listen, this team deserves the benefit of the doubt. After Thursday night, there's no benefit of the doubt. This looks like 2023. It really does. They're having trouble running the ball. The play caller seems to be struggling a little bit, and Jalen just is off. See, like right now for me, and I agree with you, the offensive line is a problem. The health is, the effectiveness of the offensive line is, but Jalen is struggling. If everything's not right with Jalen, it seems like that he's not the same player, and everything's not right now. There seems to be a chemistry issue, and they can't run the ball, and the offensive line's not protecting as much. Do you believe Jalen Hurts' play is poor right now for the Eagles?
No, I thought he played poorly Thursday night for sure. I mean, he had the deep ball that was wide open to Devontae that should have been an 89-yard touchdown, and he just missed it. He just missed the throw. And then, on the interception that he threw, as a lot of people have pointed out, Giants are in cover 0, meaning they don't have any safeties back. It's a heavy blitz. And a lot of people seem to think, and I agree, that the throw probably should have been to A.J. Brown out of the right slot. Instead, he threw, an out route to Jahan Dotson that got jumped and taken back the other way. So, yeah, I thought that was, those are 2 major plays. If those 2 plays go in the Eagles' favor, maybe the outcome's different. But it wasn't. So, those are 2 plays that pretty easy opportunities, in my opinion, that he kind of let slip through his fingers. And, that'll happen from time to time. I just have to kind of go game by game, to have a better evaluation of what his season has been as a whole. But he goes through stretches as we've seen throughout his career where he's not super sharp, and then he goes through stretches where he is. And I think that's kind of the life of, most NFL quarterbacks that are any good at all. And, we'll see if he can get through it. But, certainly as we can see, the offensive line has been one of the best in the NFL for a very long time. I actually think their pass protection, has been pretty good. They haven't opened up many holes in the run game, but the pass protection's been, decent enough. And, certainly he's got those two receivers in Dallas Goedert to throw to, and the offense should look better than what it is. Lane Johnson kind of went out of his way to say that the offense is predictable, and I certainly agree. It's pretty easy to tell when it's either going to be run or pass, which is you kind of have to battle for the defense. It's there's probably a lot of nuance to how Jalen Hurts is playing so far this season, but certainly I agree that he had a bad game against the Giants on Thursday night.
What's the injury situation on the defensive side with Jalen Carter and Quinyon Mitchell at this point?
So Jalen Carter popped up kind of unexpectedly with his heel. We haven't been able to get back into the building since we found out about that, and we won't get into the building today either. First access will be tomorrow, I think. I got to look at the schedule, but not today. So I don't really have any update on on his stat. I mean, he did like come out onto the field, and it seemed like there might be some kind. He was listed as questionable, first of all, so they didn't roll him out before the game. And he did come out on the field, didn't really work out. And they had a discussion, and he wound up like not playing. He's got the mini bye to come back, so I think he'll probably play. Okay. Just reading the tea leaves, but I don't have any information on that. But I my sense is that he'll probably play. Week 7 in Minnesota. Who else did you ask about? Quinyon, don't know anything about him yet. So we'll find out about him, this week, whether he practices or not. Probably won't find out anything about him until Wednesday, if we haven't heard about it by now. So, I don't have anything for you there. Sorry. If I did, it would already be out there.
That's a big one.
I promise you that. I wouldn't be withholding information on that one. But I don't know anything about that. And then, Landon, we'll see. Jeff McLean had reported that he could be out a game or two. And, certainly they need him. The downgrade from him to Brett Toth is pretty significant, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And, the sooner that he can get back, I think at this point, the better. I think before, if they'd beaten the Giants, you might say, all right, Landon, take your time.
Right.
But I actually do think they need to get him back out there and get back in the win column.
All right, there he is, Jimmy Kempski. Anytime, Harry, I don't know if you see flossers from time to time that are thrown everywhere.
Yes.
When I pump gas, there always seems to be a flosser laying somewhere, and I think of Jimmy Kempski because he's the number one seed as far as identifying flossers that are thrown on the ground.
They're like the new cigarette butts, just laying around. People just take them. They floss their teeth, and for some reason, they just feel entitled to just lick them right on the ground wherever they are.
It's disgusting.
It really at least a cigarette butt you don't want to throw in a trash can because it could catch on fire.
Yeah.
Right. The flosser, you're right. It is. It's just flick. Yeah. There you go.
Any stick figures coming soon?
I mean, they're always lurking at any moment. But I haven't really done as much of that.
No, you're a professional reporter.
They're always still around.
I love that, though.
That's
all right, Jimmy. Thanks, bud.
Yeah.
All right, there he is.
Appreciate it, guys. Take care.
You got him, man. Jimmy Kempski. All right. So his he said that it still happened, but it did. AJ also said that it was more in the parking lot. It wasn't a sit down. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean,
it could have been a couple hours long.
Yeah. How do you have a meeting in the parking lot, like standing in the parking lot for hours?
Right.
I don't see that.
Nah, 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe a half hour. I could see Ray doing that, having a half hour meeting outside.
Nah, if I'm in the parking lot, I want to get to my car. I want to get out of here.
Yeah. Well, you'd have a meeting while walking to work.
Right.
Like over a Zoom or something.
Yeah, why don't you walk to work?
Yeah.
Mr. Walker.
Why don't I walk to work? You know where I live. Why don't you walk to work?
Because I'm not the one that walks places. You are.
Yeah, I know, but it'd be the same thing for both of us.
Well, it's not that far.
It is that far.
You know, that game that Jimmy referenced last year against the Steelers, the second half, the Eagles had a 13-play drive resulted in a field goal, a 13-play drive resulting in a touchdown, and a 21-play drive to kill the game. Pittsburgh had 11 plays in the second half.
I remember it. Yep.
Wow.
That's when they're at their best is when in the second half they've worn teams down. That's when you can run the ball.
The offensive line imposes its will and the Saquon and the quarterback.
Isn't also some of it you have to have the mentality, we're going in this game, we're going to run the football. Right. And that's what you're thinking about all week.
Right.
Like, we don't care. Like, look at their defensive line. We are running the football.
You might know we're going to do it, but we're going to do it anyway, and we're going to succeed. Yeah,
That's
the team they were.
They are so predictable on offense as well. All right, your reaction to that. We're going to segue into some Phillies stuff as well. Remember, coming up at 1 o'clock, 12:55, flyer in the envelope. If you want to go to the Flyers home opener tonight, flyer in the envelope, Philadelphia Flyer in the envelope. We will tell you more about that coming up. And then feedback at the end of the show. People that are ripping me on YouTube because I have a hat on backwards, that can be a part of the feedback.
Okay.
So text me, 610-632-0975. The email address isn't working, so I'm not going to give
There's some funny stuff on that YouTube.
on the YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a world of the
People
of
get
its
very
own.
creative when they can do it in that kind of a mode.
Yeah,
right?
so that's why you should be watching on YouTube. Shout out to all of our YouTube chatters out there. Coming up, your reaction to some Phil. We got some Philly stuff to talk about today, Harry.
Yes.
I can't wait. It's Middays with Marks, and it's Mays Monday on 97.5 The Fanatic.
The Fanatic's Andrew DiCecco, the Philadelphia.
Back it is, Middays with Marks. Midday Mays is here today, Harry Mays. Ray Dunn? I'm at the grocery store last night. Or was it yesterday morning? I'm trying to think it was before the games or after the games.
Sunday's a rough day to go to the grocery store.
It was in the morning. It was 9:30.
Okay.
Because when I got there, the parking lot wasn't bad. By the time I left, it was completely full. You know what I mean? It was completely full. So I got there, and then people. So it was busy.
Well, they probably heard you were there.
Correct, and I got confirmation from people that the Wegmans DJ, whatever music plays at Wegmans, is great. And it is. They have great music at Wegmans.
Okay.
It's the only time I go to the grocery store. I go somewhere where I don't put the earbuds in because I want to actually hear.
I've never been in a Wegmans.
Yeah,
I go to Giant.
Well, you're in Conchi, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's one real close to me.
King of Prussia.
Is that the closest?
Yeah, I toggle between Giant, Target. And
I've heard it's
Wegmans.
great.
Yeah, it is. It's good. It's really good. Anyway, so I'm looking for a checkout line. I have my little girl with me, and I'm looking for a checkout line, and I hear a guy say, "Hey, Johnny Marks, welcome back. Oh man, I've been listening. It's great." And he says, "Yeah, my son was talking it up with Ray last night." And I'm like, "Oh, talking with Ray.
Our Ray?
Ray Dunn."
That's me.
And I'm like, "Oh, so Ray is from my school district. Ray is a graduate of Springford." So I'm like, "Oh, did he go to school with Ray?"
Okay.
And he goes, No. He goes to Temple. He saw him after the game.
Oh.
So then I guess were you hammered after the game?
Out at a bar
yeah,
again.
I believe, yes.
I was enjoying the stateside live. Yeah, I was having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he saw. So I'm already getting people yelling at me in the grocery store like, "Oh yeah, we saw Ray last night."
Right.
Yeah. As soon as you told me, I might have to tone down. I might have to.
No.
Tone it up, brother.
No. Yeah, amp it up.
Amp it up.
I'm gonna come in like you with the sunglasses and the hood up, walking around. That'll actually make me stand out more.
It would.
What's wrong with that guy?
They would. So coming up later this hour, play-by-play with Ray. Ray did a women's Temple soccer game, and a men's Temple soccer game yesterday.
Oh my.
We have the highlights.
That's a doubleheader.
Who were they playing?
Women had
Different
Charlotte,
teams.
and the men had Tulsa.
Oh, and that's a grudge match, right? Tulsa. What says Temple soccer more than Tulsa?
Oh
Temple,
man,
Tulsa.
I'll tell you, it doesn't get much better than an American Conference tilt. On
Were they
Sunday
home?
Afternoon.
Yeah, they were home.
Yeah.
Now, do you go to the stadium, or are you in some room?
I'm in a room.
So you're not
I'm
even
in a
seeing
room.
it live?
I'm calling off a monitor.
Oh, so there's
Is
no
that
energy to it. I can't wait to hear this.
I mean, what room are you in? Like, where are you?
I'm in McGonigal.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I'm down the street from Temple Sports Complex.
That's bizarre.
Well, why can't you go to the field if they're home?
Something with when they built the Temple Sports Complex. I'm not exactly
not set up?
sure. Yeah, I don't know if they can't get the connection down. I don't know.
When
they tell me where to be, that's where I go.
Is there a broadcast booth at the soccer stadium, or would you have been sitting outside in the rain?
I probably would have been. Well, it's not that big a press box, so they probably would have had us outside.
Wow.
So
that
yeah,
would have been awful.
We always call it from inside McGonigal. So
Okay. Well, there you go. That's coming up later this hour. Play-by-play with Ray. It's a brand new segment. I can't wait for it. Let's go to Greg. Greg is in Bethlehem. Greg, go ahead, buddy. What up?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Hi, Greg.
Good, Greg.
It seems like Jalen Hurts can't get comfortable in this offense, and I given Hurts's history, I blame a lot of that on Patullo and, let's face it, if you tell the defense because of your formation what you're running, it's pretty tough to play quarterback. And, things that opened up in the past because they could just bludgeon teams, they can't do now, and Hurts has to take some responsibility for it, but I think more of it falls on Patullo and the lack of creativity and the predictability and the fact that they can't get a rhythm. He doesn't, between Hurts and Patullo, it doesn't seem like they can establish an offensive rhythm more than 3 plays.
Yep. Yeah, there's a real art to play calling.
There is.
But you need first downs.
There's a feel to it.
There's a feel, and you saw Kellen Moore had the feel.
Yeah.
Brian Johnson didn't.
But also, Kellen Moore had an offensive line that was performing and a running back that was an all-timer for that season. It's a lot easier to get creative and be creative when you know that you've got that running back and that O-line.
Yep.
You know, I mean, you can just start with that. That was the basis for everything. That's not working this year. You look at these possessions in the second half against the Giants. I mean, it's like 3 and out. They try to run the ball. First play was a 6-yard run in the second half, and then they had a negative play, and then an incompletion.
I thought, and then you're out.
Yep.
And then they had penalties that stopped a couple of drives. There was one nice Saquon run that got negated.
Right. And then the interception.
Yep.
Which it would have been 27-24 if you score there.
I love this. Well, and now the momentum goes to you, and now the defense needs to get a stop. And who knows what happens after that? Because as it stood, they went and scored a touchdown, and the game was over. But this team's at its best. I love when they run pace. But to do that, as we learned with Chip Kelly, you need first downs.
Right.
You can't run pace when it's like, all right, now it's 2nd and 9. Oh, yeah, let's get up to the line, and we're going to run.
You're off the field in 20 seconds.
Yep.
And your defense is right back in there.
So last year, if you remember, they had the opening game against Green Bay, and they won. All right?
Yeah.
Then they lost
South America, right?
in Brazil.
Yeah.
They lost to the Falcons. He threw it 30 times.
That was when Saquon dropped that pass, though.
They
If he
should have won that
catches
game.
that ball, that game's over.
It's iced.
Right.
Against the Saints, they scored 15 points. He threw it 38 times.
Yep.
Lost to Tampa Bay. He threw it 30 times. Mm-hmm. And that's when you got the sweet spot.
But there was no wide receivers in that game. They were down both guys in that Tampa game.
And they were down early. So when you're behind by 2 scores, you can't run the ball to get back in the game.
And it was 100 degrees.
Yeah, it's
a bad spot.
But here's where they're at their best. All right, and this is where they go on the winning streak. It was after the bye week. Cleveland threw it 25 times. Giants threw it 14 times. Cincinnati threw it 20 times. Mm-hmm. Jacksonville threw it 24 times. Dallas threw it 20 times. Washington threw it 28 times. Rams 22 times, 19 times, 21 times. He didn't throw 30 times until the Pittsburgh game at the end of the season, which we talked about, he had a really good passing game.
Right. And so that the sweet spot was like that 18 to 24 passing attempts.
It worked last year. Can you do that every year? Not if your offensive line.
Not with the O-line's playing like this. I mean, that middle of that line right now is the problem. The center's not healthy. The guard is out, and he wasn't healthy even when he was in there, Dickerson. He's been battling injuries since training camp.
Well, he had knee surgery.
Yeah.
He missed time because of his back.
Right.
And then he's got an ankle.
Yeah, he's got it all over the place.
Does this feel like trouble?
It does.
They're 4-2. Does this feel like trouble, though?
You get a win this week. They can, who knows?
Got to get to the bye week.
You got to get the win this week, and they will get the win at home prior to the bye week. You could do that. You stem the tide.
Really?
Yes.
So you're not worried about the Giants the second time?
Not at home.
Okay.
No, they've got to look at him now. And you figure you get Quignon, if he's healthy for that game, they'd be fine.
Vic Fangio says Scatterbo's not going to run all over us.
Yeah, he better not.
I won't be able to handle it. Is Scatterbo's good in New York and it's like Jeremy Shockey and a running back.
Yeah, he really is with the headband.
So annoying. He's like the Giants. He's perfect for North Jersey.
The Giants have life.
They do. All right, coming up, Rob Thompson. Is his job in jeopardy? Todd Zalecki said no. We'll discuss that and a lot of other Phillies subjects. That's coming up next. Don't go anywhere. It is Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Trying to reset. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. After a forgettable week in Philly sports, we're looking to turn things around. The Phillies are turning towards the future after falling the Dodgers in 4 games in the NLDS. Todd Zalecki was on with Kevin Cooney over the weekend, said he doesn't anticipate Rob Thompson lose his job.
I've got no indication that Rob is going to lose his job. He was asked about it, and to his credit, and this is why I think he's a great manager, he said, I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried about the 60 broken-hearted people in that clubhouse right now.
That clubhouse could look a lot different in 2026. The Phillies are going to have to look at whether they're going to bring back a number of key free agents like Kyle Schwarber, JT Realmuto, and Ranger Suarez. Also could look to turn over some of the players under contract on that roster. As for the Birds, they're trying to turn the page to a matchup with the Vikings this Sunday in Minnesota after that disastrous 34-17 loss to the Giants on Thursday Night Football last week. They sit at 4-2 right now, looking to pick up win number 5 this weekend and pick it up against the Vikings. As for the Flyers, 2 losses, including a heartbreaker in overtime on Saturday night to open their season. They do have the home opener tonight. You'll be able to hear that game right here on The Fanatic. This update is brought to you by Aleve. Traffic and body pain can slow you down, but don't let the pain stop you with just one pill. Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so you can keep moving. Use as directed. I'm Brady on your home with the best Birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5thefanatic.com.
Middays with Marks, Maze, Ray Dunn. We're here. Coming up, last segment of the program. It's called Feedback, Harry Maze.
Yeah.
It's never been done before. This is my original idea. Nobody's ever done it before.
Okay, I like that. We're groundbreaking radio.
That's all we do here on Middays with Marks. All right, so the email address doesn't work.
What? So now we're going to how do we get feedback if the email doesn't work?
Ray, how long have I been asking for this stupid email address?
You've been here 2 weeks?
Harry, it's like I'm pushing boulders uphill to get an email address created. And then it was, it can't be feedback for some. I'm like, I don't need to hear the reasoning. Just give me a freaking email address. We can do it. So then it's like, it has to be 975 feedback at 975thefanatic.com. Perfect.
Right.
And then we're on the distribution list. So is Ray and Nate. And because Nate in the back puts it together. And then, so I sent a test email, doesn't work. So then I have to go to Vito, and I'm like, dude, why isn't this working? He's like, huh? And I'm like, get it figured out now.
We need IT.
Bro,
Who's the IT person?
I'm still trying to figure out the dynamics of this place. It's like much different from we worked here before.
Well, maybe they're off. It's like Columbus Day or something.
That's true.
You know, that could be a problem.
Is this this isn't a company holiday though, right? Because I saw other people here.
No, it's not a company holiday.
Yeah, and not like the old days where people cared about Christopher Columbus. He meant something to this country.
Used to have a statue, for God's sake, and they put it in a box. My God.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, the guy I did radio was
Tony
very up in arms about that.
Well, Tony Bruno, he chained himself, I believe, to the statue.
Think he did.
All right, so that's that. Also, at 12:55, yes, flyer in the envelope. Philadelphia Flyer in the envelope. Harry, today we're playing for a pair of tickets to tonight's home opener.
Okay.
Against the Panthers. We put a Philadelphia Flyer in the envelope, and I'll explain it a little bit later, but you're going to be guessing at the name in the envelope.
Okay.
All right? And I have the envelope right here, except this envelope came from the Trenton Mental Hospital. It's not actually the.
What kind of clue does the audience get to start?
So you're gonna dial in the 610-632-0975. You ask a yes or no question.
Okay.
And then I will give an answer, and then you get a guess at who the flyer in the envelope is. If you get it wrong, you're out.
Okay, and then the next person has to be paying attention to what the other person might have gotten right.
You can narrow it down by simply asking, does he play defense?
Right.
No. Is it a goaltender? No. Okay, so I'll give a clue who it is. It's a flyer that played in the 2010s.
Oh, 2010s. Okay.
Yes, so that narrows it down quite a bit. That was still a lot of flyers.
That was a fun time.
It was the beginning.
Yeah.
Not so much the end, I don't think. But I don't know. Anyway, so that's coming up later in the program here.
I kind of like the Fly Guys tonight as a juicy home dog.
Yeah, you were looking at the money line.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Could that be your pick of the program today?
No, it's got to be a football pick. You got to go football.
All right, we'll do that later on. All right, Harry, the Phillies. You might have seen that the season ended in unspectacular fashion.
Yes, much to my chagrin. I was really looking to enjoy a couple more weeks of this.
I like last year. How they lost, I was disgusted and I hated it. This year, it sucks, but they lost to a team that won the World Series last year, and the Phillies were close in every loss that they had. They were right there. So I'm not telling you that I don't expect or I'm hoping for changes, but I'm not firing Rob Thompson, and I don't think he should be fired, and I believe he's going to be back. And they need to make changes, but I also I appreciated the team. The team played. They did.
Yeah,
now,
it was a lot of fun.
It was.
Until it wasn't.
But
yeah, Rob Thompson, to me, I mean, you fired a manager. What's that going to really do?
So you don't think that he should or he will be fired?
Whatever they decide, I'm fine with. I'm not tied emotionally to Rob Thompson. I think he does a pretty good job with the clubhouse, which I think really is the biggest component to being a major league manager these days. Because so much stuff is already sort of done with your analytical department. That the clubhouse, you got to keep those guys motivated and together, and I think he does a pretty good job of that. Did he make a couple of mistakes this year from a bench standpoint? Yes.
Yep.
But is that fireable? If they do, who's the next guy?
Well, I feel like that he has done enough to earn one more year.
Okay, I'm good with that. I'd be fine with that.
I would not fire him.
Yeah.
I don't believe. Does anybody believe he's actually going to get fired now? They could do it, but it doesn't seem like there's any steam going towards, unless somebody becomes available that they wouldn't have
That's
been
the
available
thing. If there's a
before.
guy that Dombrowski really would like to have, but he can't, and now all of a sudden he can, then I could see Thompson getting whacked.
Ray, your thoughts?
I'm not necessarily going to advocate for him being fired, but I think for the longest time I sat here and was like, no, there's no reason to move on from him. I could never see a reason to move on from him. At this point, if they move on from him, I'm not going to be sitting here clutching to the Thompson era.
I wouldn't go kicking and
No,
screaming.
I'm not either.
No.
But, what can he do to get those top guys in the lineup to hit when they need to hit? I don't know that there's any magic pill that any manager could come in here.
If $300 million players aren't hitting,
right.
You think Rob Thompson is the
No.
magic elixir? I mean, honestly, like you had said, the clubhouse. Maybe a different hitting coach. I don't think that's going to happen. Kevin Long is looked at, and Schwarber's very close to him.
Yep.
But when your players don't perform, guys lose jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting coaches lose jobs. Managers lose jobs. Whether it's their fault or not, you lose jobs. That's the nature of the sport. But to me, it doesn't feel like that this team is in desperate need of a new voice in the clubhouse.
Right.
So I don't think he's going anywhere, and I wouldn't. All right, quickly. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Because who are locks to be back next year? Who are locks to be gone next year? And there's not a lot of locks that are going to. There are not a lot of surefire, stone cold lead pipe locks of guys that are going to be back next year. A lot of guys that are in flux or may not be back. We'll discuss on the other side. 610-632-0975. Also, play-by-play with Ray is coming up. We're running out of segments here, Ray, because you have news at noon as well.
Yeah, that's a lot of Ray. I feel like we should probably get into the Phillies thing.
Over the next hour, it's going to be a lot of Ray.
Yeah.
A lot of exposure.
Play-by-play with Ray will come up.
Okay.
I can't not play it. It's too good. And you know what he was doing? He's in the back listening to what they cut up. Very nervous.
Really?
Yes, very nervous it was being cut up.
I don't like, you guys know I don't like listening to myself. This is doing a listen along with thousands of people is kind of like the worst possible scenario.
I
for me.
understand that because I'm the same way. I don't ever like going back and listening to stuff that I've done, so I get that. But he doesn't have any editorial control over this segment, does he?
No.
No, I'm glad that's why we're doing it. Is to watch him squirm when we play play-by-play with Ray.
mean, you honestly could pay off the whole squirming thing for the next 2 hours by just not playing it and forcing me to be in this horrible
state of flux.
Because he would have just given me what his call sounds like when I asked him last week instead of refusing.
Right.
I'd still
When did
do
I
it.
refuse?
Yeah, you
I
did.
asked for
You
a
did.
call. You wouldn't do it.
I was here that day.
In the moment, make up something invisible in front of you.
Yeah.
Some phony catchphrase.
Play-by-play with Ray.
Yeah.
Still ahead. Coming up, your Phillies phone call. Seriously, what are the Phillies going to do? That's coming up next. Middays with Marks.
Attention, Delaware Valley. 97.5.
diggity done. News at noon coming up right around noon, 11:55. See, it's tough to call it news at noon if it's not at noon.
Oh, so it's not exactly at noon.
The segment, if we play to what the clock is, we should be back at 11:55. And the segment only goes to 12:07. So if we filibuster till 12, then we have a shorter segment, and then we're late to get to that break.
This is a strange clock.
I would agree.
I find it. It's much different than what I was used to. But
Yeah,
it's a long time ago.
Well,
Things change.
it's an adjustment.
Yeah,
it's an adjustment. All right. So feedback at the end of the show, and you can text feedback to our text line 610-632-0975. Just include your name so we have it, because our AI voice is going to spit out whatever the text is, and then we'll play it. And we also have, if you're in the YouTube chat and Ray sees it, he'll send that as well for feedback. So I have my hat on backwards today, and predictably, people don't like when grown men wear their hat on.
A lot of reaction to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot.
I do have a take on that, by the way.
You do?
Yeah, I think, it's not necessarily, I'm an old man. It's not an old man take, but I think, there's an NFL coach that does this, a head coach in our division, Dan Quinn with the Washington Commanders. And that's a position coach kind of thing to do, to wear the hat backwards. To me, when you're the head coach, you either got to spin it around or not wear one.
So I don't know if I like this because of the shadows in the camera.
Well, that's different. Yeah, being on camera.
How does it look with the camera? I can't look at the YouTube, but I can wear it forward for people if it makes them feel more comfortable.
I get it, though, because the shadow on your face with being on camera. We're radio people. We're used to being able to wear whatever we want and not.
It's a rainy day.
Yes,
I need a haircut.
It's miserable.
I'm getting my hair cut tomorrow after the show, so
Me
then
too.
I won't be at the Razor Bar in Wayne, so I won't be wearing the hat on Wednesday. But I didn't feel like putting product in the hair today, and I'm grumpy and tired or whatever. So yes, I'm 48 years old,
right?
And I do wear, and it's a snapback, which
it's a nice hat.
Yeah, man. My guy in Hawaii said
it says aloha upside down.
Upside down, yeah. And it's really cool, and it works with my Rick Roy. This is a Rick Roll sweatshirt. It has a QR code. If you scan the QR code, it takes you to Rick Astley. Now we're gonna now we're gonna
gonna run around and desert.
Correct.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yep. That's what we do. That's what I'm wearing. So anyway,
so it's a Rick Roll t-shirt or sweatshirt.
Rick Roll sweatshirt.
Nice.
Yep.
But that's Rick Astley that
Correct.
sings that song.
Yeah, it's that somebody. My wife makes all this apparel, and somebody asked for it. So she said, "Hey, I made you one." I'm like, "Cool." All right. So I wore it.
Well, you're hip, so you can. You're hip. I'm not hip. I'm old.
When people look at me, they definitely think hip. Just using the word hip means that we're not hip. Means that I need a new hip probably in a couple of
exactly.
years.
Yeah.
All right, so Uncle Jamie hits me up on the text line, and he says that I will say this: Schwarber will be back, but it's a mistake to bring him back. He will never be the Schwarber of this year ever again, and that money should be spent elsewhere. So here's what I was going to say about Schwarber.
Go ahead.
You were paying at the top of market for a player that probably won't have a season like that again.
Probably not.
And the last place you want to be is paying top of market to keep, really to pay anybody, but certainly to keep a player that's going to be 32, 33 years old.
He's going to be 33 next year. Yeah, and that's what the Phillies have done in the past. They rewarded guys for being a part of that World Series team, and you all know how we all know how that worked out. You don't want to get stuck holding the bag for a player that all of a sudden gets old. And they've done this in the past. You'd think they'd learn from it. I said that it would be like a 2 to 3 year max for me if I was going to entertain him. But
it's a 5. You're giving him 5 years.
5 years. I'm not doing it.
How about 4 with a vesting option?
Now we get vesting options.
But see, here's the thing: if you want to lose him, then you're going to play hardball.
Yeah.
And I don't believe John Middleton's going to be willing to play hardball. He gave Aaron Nola how many years?
I know. Well, what'd they give Turner?
300
million, 11 years.
And a lot of that is to make the average annual less so they can fit him in.
Right.
Kyle Schwarber's not getting that big contract.
No.
But you think John Middleton is going to say, okay, the guy that just hit 56 home runs and essentially was our offense last year, I'm going to be outbid by the Red Sox
or the
Yankees or a team that says, you know what? We don't mind a DH. I don't care if he plays the outfield.
Right, but that used to be the argument when there was only a DH in one league. Now, he could be the DH forever.
Yep.
Short porch in right field with the Yankees, they're going to have to be stepping up with some money.
He's become a better player.
Yeah.
He's hitting for higher average. His RBIs, before he wasn't an RBI guy, he was a walk, home run, strikeout guy. He had you move him down the order, he had 130-some RBIs, career high this year. So, I mean.
He's great in the room.
He's the best.
He's great in the room.
And he didn't hit worth a lick in the playoffs this year. But it's like, I would be absolutely positively shocked if he's not a Philly next year, and it would mean that he wanted to leave, not that the Phillies were outbid for him. They will give him 5 years because, you know what Dave Dombrowski, what's he care? They're going to be here in 5 years. You know how bad this team's going to be in 5 years if they don't win? You're going to have Turner, who's old on a big contract. You're going to have Harper, who's old on a big contract. You're going to have Schwarber, who's old on a big contract. And whoever else they decide they're going to sign. So I think Schwarber's a lock. I wonder if there's people out there that are starting to get, not cold feet, but,
On Schwarber?
On Schwarber. And then Uncle Jamie also said Bader needs to be back, which I also disagree with.
You disagree with that.
Well, look, I mean.
He's only got a year left.
Bader? Well, isn't he a free agent?
Control. No,
so it's arbitration.
It's an option.
Yeah, it's an option.
I think they both have to mutually agree.
It's a mutual option.
So,
Yes.
He could say, look at my career year and I'm out of here.
What I'm saying is that I'm concerned if you look at his track record that he's never been a full-time starter.
No.
He's the platoon player. He was great for the Phillies, don't get me wrong, but what are you paying him? You get him $12 million? $10 million?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably what it's going to cost.
All right, well, he better.
Yeah.
You're now putting him in there to produce like that, like he did last year. He's never done that before.
They have a bunch of those guys, though, sort of platoonish.
Here are the locks to be back. Turner, Harper, Sosa.
And pitching.
Well, so of position players.
Of position players. Okay.
Turner, Harper, Sosa.
Yeah, because Sosa's not a free agent until after next season, I believe.
He's 27. He's a free agent.
What about Stott?
Stott most likely back.
He'll be back.
I don't think he's a lock. I think I'm sure. I believe he's going to be back, but I don't think he's a lock. We have breaking news. Let's go to the breaking news desk.
Now, breaking sports news
Serious?
from 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
And we got some news from the Eagles camp. This just tweeted out by Ian Rappaport. Zadarius Smith posted on Instagram. He's retired.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. He was actually productive.
Everything's fine in the Eagles locker room, Harry.
You're going to just quit? Now, is there extenuating circumstances? Like, is something with his family?
I hate these MFers.
Before I go crazy, you find out, there's something, not good. Or is he just tired of playing football?
He's got the generic, I retired message out there. There's nothing specific that he's got for a reason why.
He was active, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he had at least one sack, didn't he?
Yeah. First game he played, I think he had one.
How many snaps did we have to check the snap count? Is he mad because he didn't get snaps? I don't know. I mean, the Eagles' defensive line is already a problem. Getting to the quarterback's already a problem. Wow. BG says he's not coming out. He said Howie's not even going to call him. So BG said he's not coming out of retirement, nor should he, because he's not going to save the defense.
Wow.
Oh man. Well, yeah. Everything internally is fine, Harry.
So he played 2 games. It says here, according to this.
Okay.
And wait, at Kansas City and Denver.
So did he not play against the Giants?
He has a sack and a half and 3 solo tackles, according to this stat app that I'm looking at.
Did he not get snaps? A sack and a half's pretty good in 3 games.
Yeah, let me
All right. Well, listen, we'll figure that
I'll look
out.
it up.
We'll give you that information. Mad Mike's going to make a point about Jalen Hurts. And the news at noon. Lots of NFL stuff from Week 6. That's all coming up. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now, on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Darius Smith retires. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Eagles have had trouble with edge rusher depth, and apparently it's only going to get worse. Darius Smith, who joined the team earlier this season, started 2 games for this team, has been a part of their edge rusher room, is apparently no longer going to be playing football. He posted on Instagram that he is retiring. That was just picked up by Ian Rappaport, Jake Glazer, a number of the NFL reporters. So the edge rusher room for the Eagles might look a little bit different as we get closer to this Vikings game on Sunday. Obviously, right now, the Eagles enjoying the mini bye from the Thursday night game, but not a lot of enjoying because they lost that game 34-17 to the Giants to fall 4-2. We'll keep you updated with anything new coming out of the Eagles world, as apparently Zadarius Smith has retired. Elsewhere, Phillies season ended last week, losing in 4 games in the LDS to the Dodgers. Todd Zlecki joined Kevin Cooney over the weekend and said he expects Rob Thompson to be back.
I've got no indication that Rob is going to lose his job. He was asked about it, and to his credit, and this is why I think he's a great manager, he said, I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried about the 60 broken-hearted people in that clubhouse right now.
We'll see if that clubhouse looks any different come 2026. Flyers home opener also is tonight. You can listen to that right here on The Fanatic. This update brought to you by the New Jersey Department of Transportation. What if the last thing motorcycle sees is you driving while distracted? Stay focused on driving safely. Visit drivesafelynj.com. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5.
6320975 with your feedback. Just make sure your name and location. ASL, as they used to say back in the day. Harry Mays?
Yes.
I didn't. That was like 5 years before me. ASL.
ASL.
Age, sex, location.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Right.
that's new to me.
Yeah, when like instant messenger or I guess chat rooms, you would always ask. And again, this was after I didn't have any of this. Luckily, I missed it.
Yeah.
And then they would say, "Oh, my name's I'm 19 from Philadelphia, and my name's Lou, or whatever." So we don't need all that. We
No.
just need your name and where you're from.
All right.
All right, sound good? Football Mondays brought to you by Pierce Phelps Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning. Visit nopaybryant.com. And you are listening to 97.5 The Fanatic, WPEN and WPD and HD1 Burlington, Philadelphia, Beasley Media Group Station, broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studio. Powering possibilities, the 12 o'clock hour. We'll tell you about in a little bit. It's time for News at Noon.
This city needs its news.
Now, it's time for
I'd like to be remembered as a good newsman.
the News at Noon
That's the coolest story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane.
with Ray Dunn.
That's right. Time for the stories you don't care about from radio hosts you certainly don't. We're going to start, and we're going to focus all across the NFL this weekend. Some of the best sound we got from Sunday. We'll start with the Buccaneers. I know, Harry, you now respect Baker Mayfield entirely.
Yeah.
And he does have quite a few weapons at his disposal. A number of wide receivers that have looked really good.
Well, a lot of guys are hurt, though, too.
Yes.
And I'm late to the party on the Baker respect thing. I recognize that.
He's good, but to your point, Bucky Irvin missed time.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. They've
No.
missed multiple wide receivers this year. It didn't matter.
Yep.
They just roll with Baker.
And one of those wide receivers that stepped up, Tez Johnson, who people might not have heard of before yesterday. Don't tell Tez Johnson that, though, because he scores a touchdown. He hears the chants of MVP, and he thought that those chants were for him.
When I score and I hear MVP chant, I'm thinking they talking about me. So I asked Shep. I'm like, Shep, they were chanting MVP? He was like, yeah. I was like, I ain't do nothing this year. And then he was like, they talking about Baker test. I was like, well, that explains it.
Proof that a wide receiver's world is always about that wide receiver.
That's right. That's funny.
Wasn't he doing flips? Was that who did the
That
flips?
was
I think
who was
so.
doing the flips.
Yeah, yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Tampa Bay team's fun.
They are.
Yeah, they're fun.
They are. It's a fun town.
Team that's not fun.
Yep.
Cleveland Browns.
Oh, God.
Myles Garrett, after the game, asked about the disappointment in losing the same way, time and time again.
Yeah, it's frustrating. We lose the same way every time, especially in the South.
That's all he offered. Can you feel bad for a guy that's stuck in a situation like that?
No, because he had said that it's about winning, and that's why he wants to be traded.
Right.
And then they said, well, actually, we will give you the paycheck you want. And he said, oh, I'm happy. Let's go. So this is what you signed up for.
This is what you get.
And if he would have
A career in Cleveland.
he, in my opinion, he requested that trade. That was fine. You gave the Browns enough time to win. He's an all-time player. He's a future Hall of Famer. Those guys leave bad situations all the time. That happens
all the time.
Yeah. Well, if he would have forced them to trade, then I would have made sense to me. But it wasn't about that. It was about the money. So there you go. You get what you asked for, Miles.
Two more for you. We'll keep it in Ohio because Jamar Chase lived another week in Cincinnati without Joe Burrow. They get Joe Flacco. That's great. You got the Packers. They lose again. And when he was talking postgame about the Steelers matchup, he likened this battle between the two AFC North teams to a couple of pretty interesting things.
This next game is always the most important game just because it's a divisional game also. But just the rankings that we got going on, the standings where we at right now. We know the Steelers going to try to come in and raw dog us and kill us, but we're going to be ready for that challenge, and we're going to be waiting for it.
Raw dog him. How's that work? Seriously. I mean, what is it? No support? No protection?
I guess. I really know if you could have used other words to maybe, I don't know.
We got to ask that Mike DeBoner guy in the commercial about that. Like, what does that mean?
I think Mike DeBoner needs to text the text line for feedback.
He does. He needs to get in the flyer and an envelope discussion.
Can he be a part of the show? We have Harry on Mondays, Mike DeBoner on Tuesdays, Ortiz Wednesdays. Yeah. So just so Jamar Chase knows, it's over. Joe Flacco's your quarterback. You shouldn't even have traded for him. It's over. Joe Burrow's gone. Your season's over. Get a high draft pick. Sorry, dude. You guys are you're very talented. You have a lot of talent on offense.
I wonder if they reached out to Howie about Tanner.
I mean, you still have Joe Burrow, right?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, if I'm a team, I called for Tanner McKee to be my starting quarterback going forward. But yeah, I mean, I would have been looking for Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's better than Flacco.
I guess.
With those wide receivers, at least he throws. I mean, Joe Flacco's actually pretty good for being forced.
He's washed, though. Russell, we came in for that play. Did you see that pass that he tried to throw?
He stinks.
What was that? Personally, I could have done that.
I don't know. I don't know if there's a player in recent memory that has went from he's a lock Hall of Famer to he is not in the Hall of Fame. He's not. He's played himself out of the Hall of Fame. He stinks.
He probably will still get there, but I know what you're saying. You're like, the guy that looks like he just can't play, like, at all.
Nope. Throws a good deep ball.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Frank?
All right, last thing for you. Tua, after the game, Dolphins, now 1-5, trying to talk about leadership. And instead of leading the group, he caused their latest firestorm. Take a listen to him talking about what needs to change in Miami.
Well, I think it starts with the leadership in helping articulate that for the guys, and then what we're expecting out of the guys, right? We're expecting this. Are we getting that? Are we not getting that? We have guys showing up to player-only meetings late, guys not showing up to player-only meetings. Like, there's a lot that goes into that. Do we have to make this mandatory? Do we not have to make this mandatory? So it's a lot of things of that nature that we got to get cleaned up.
Yeah, he's talking about that goofy head coach.
I mean, dude, you're the quarterback, man. You need to take care of that behind closed doors. And if you have exhausted every option to where you're coming out post-game after you just threw 3 interceptions, like, it's almost independent of Mike McDaniel should already be fired.
Yes.
He's going to get fired. I don't know what they're waiting for. But Tua Tagovailoa's got a lot of balls to come out after the game to where you sucked and you should have won that game and talk like that. Now, if there's not guys showing up to a player-only meeting, then you better be screaming your face off in that locker room. You're the quarterback.
You part of the leadership?
Dude.
By proxy, isn't it?
By proxy, yeah. So if you feel like that the only way that you're going to get anybody to listen is by going public, the season's already done. It's done. The coach is going to get fired. You come out and you do that. They're not playing for the coach. They obviously don't like him.
Have you ever heard him in a press conference like this season? He sounds like he's wasted.
I heard a lot of people say that the concussion stuff, and I don't know if that's.
No, I mean the coach.
You're talking about McDaniel.
I'm talking about the coach.
You see the pants he was wearing yesterday?
He's bizarre. He's bizarre.
And if he gets fired, you place a phone call. Offensive analyst Mike McDaniel in Philadelphia.
Future Eagles offensive analyst. Yeah, I'm sure Jalen will really respect him.
Right.
Jalen, who doesn't like anybody. I think Mike McDaniel's going to come down. No, like the sophistication of that offense and the motion and all that stuff, maybe that's a real thing. But when you're in an NFL locker room, those guys out there say, yeah, he's our coach. Or like, no, I ain't buying into that guy.
Right.
And they are not buying into that guy.
Those guys are thinking about their next zip code where they're going to be living.
Yep.
That's a problem. Yeah, it's over.
It's over, Dan.
I thought they were going to fire him like 2 weeks ago.
I was surprised. I mean, the most recent news I saw was the ownership group really likes him, and they're hoping that he might get fired at the end of the season. I can't believe he's a job today. You know why James Franklin got fired? Because Penn State overreacted to the fans and everybody saying, fire him, fire him, fire him. Well, how can you not react to the team not playing for their coach and the quarterback speaking like that? The quarterback comes out and says players aren't showing up for players-only meetings.
Right.
It has been talked about publicly that guys weren't showing up to work on time. That is all
That's
an
a direct
indictment.
reflection
Yes,
of the
it's an
coach.
indictment of the coach.
Yeah.
The coach isn't getting guys to show up to work on time, and they're not getting suspended or benched or something like that. It's out of control down there. All right, speaking of James Franklin, he got whacked.
Yes.
We'll talk about it. 610-632-0975. I was shocked.
I was stunned. Yes.
So you were too.
There's guys on ESPN saying that there's no way he could get fired because this, that, or whatever. And the buyout was like $50 million. I'm like, and then all of a sudden I see the news. I'm like, wow.
He got fired.
You won't see him no more.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about it coming up next. 610-632-0975. It is Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, everybody, it's Bill Colorado.
And Harry Mays. That's correct. 12 o'clock hour of the show brought to you by Service First HVAC, offering 0% financing for 48 months, rebates and tax credits up to $4,300 when purchasing a heating and cooling system. Learn more. ServiceFirstHVAC.com. 12:55. If you want to go to the Flyers game tonight, the home opener against the Panthers, we're putting a Philadelphia Flyer in the envelope for your chance to win. Whoever gets the flyer that we put in the envelope, we'll put a name of a 2010 Flyer in the envelope. You'll call in and you'll ask questions and guess. You win. It's as simple as that. All right? So that's coming up at 12:55. Penn State conversation coming up in a second. Let's talk to Mad Mike, who wants to react to the Eagles' loss on Thursday night. Mad Mike, how are you, buddy?
Hey, how we doing today? Static Bo!
Hi, Mike.
I told you.
He
You were
gave me
right.
30 points in fantasy. It was awesome.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, how about that? Losing a defensive end is like, I had enough. I'm not dealing with this nonsense. I'm out of here. Yeah. He thought he was going to get a free ride to a Super Bowl, but once he realized that wasn't happening, he's out.
That's interesting. You look at it that way. I need to know more to make sure that there isn't something, with his family or what have you. But if
seem
there's
like
not,
it.
that is very telling.
Yep.
Like, I'm out of here, man.
So
This is a
anyway,
mess.
Jalen Hurts, he's Russell Wilson 2.0. He's a corny fraud who relied on a defense and a stellar running game to get himself a championship, and now that he's the main piece, he can't handle it. All he needs to do is marry a second-rate pop star, and he's good to go.
Well, he's. I think, is he married or just engaged now? She's not a pop star. Jalen's
married.
Yeah. Is he married? I don't remember.
He had
if he
2
got
weddings. I think he had like another
that's
ceremony. He had 2 ceremonies.
Yeah, so she's not a pop star. I
No.
think, so you won't get your wish. But
Well, he can divorce her and marry a second-rate pop star. I'm sure there's somebody out there, and then the Russell Wilson comparison is complete.
So
I mean, this guy.
Let me break in for a second. So Russell Wilson certainly benefited from elite defense, elite running game,
great home field advantage,
and a head coach that knew what the hell he was doing. Pete Carroll's a great
Yes.
head coach.
Yeah.
Well, despite what maybe is happening in with the Raiders, and they won yesterday, but so now you look at the Eagles. Jalen Hurts won last year, elite defense, great running game, great offensive line, but also, Mike, you do have to. Russell Wilson didn't have the MVP, Super Bowl MVP moments that a Jalen Hurts did, right?
What did Jalen Hurts have? An entire 2024 season where they took the ball out of his hands. They're like, you can't throw. We're just going to have the running back do it.
But then
And
in
he
the
doesn't-
Super Bowl,
doesn't do
they
anything
took
to
the running back
playoffs.
away.
Well, yeah, and then all of the defense was catered to stopping the run, and our defense gave him incredible field position. The guy barely had to do anything, and we're like, oh, he had no business being the Super Bowl MVP.
Now was Mike saying this 3 weeks ago? Before the losing?
He was saying
he's
when
always
they
been
won
this?
the Super Bowl.
Okay.
When he says, I told you so.
Okay, so he was
He's
saying
been
it
saying
back
this
then.
for years.
All right.
They lost how many games last year? 2? I don't remember. 3?
3.
Yeah, Russell Wilson, when you look at his numbers, I mean, Jalen Hurts has never put up offensive numbers like Russell Wilson did. Russell Wilson was a monster.
Yeah.
But also, all quarterbacks are going to benefit from an elite team. Yeah, like the fact that they could run the ball a lot. Honestly, things turned when they went from run heavy defense to the Russell Wilson show. And he alienated his teammates. His teammates didn't like him.
Yeah, he's always been kind of a weird personality, I think, in that locker room.
Mr. Unlimited?
Yeah. Oh, remember that?
Mr. Unlimited.
Unlimited. He's a little strange.
Jalen's not looked at like that.
No.
But, there's more than enough stories of Jalen maybe being a little bit, grumpy.
Mm-hmm.
At
He never
times.
looks like he's having fun.
Oh, never.
Yeah.
No, never.
Of course, I wouldn't be looking like I had fun after Thursday night either.
I would not. All right, James Franklin gets fired.
Yes.
So they lose to Northwestern. There are a chance, pretty much from the beginning of the game, before the game started, fire Franklin. They lose the game. He's getting that same thing. And he ends up getting fired. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday.
They've lost 3 in a row.
They've lost 3 in a row. So Oregon, which was the double overtime loss.
UCLA first.
Was it UCLA?
As a 26.5-point favorite, they lost.
Well, no, it was Oregon first.
Okay.
Then it was
Oregon?
UCLA.
Okay, then UCLA.
And then it was
now
Northwestern. So 3 straight losses.
Yep.
They were ranked in the top 5 3 weeks ago.
Right.
He's went from being a top 5, running a top 5 program, being in the college football semifinal last year that lost on a last-second field goal, to getting fired.
They were picked to win it this year by a lot of people because the quarterback was coming back and a lot of people liked him. Then he gets hurt. I think is he done for the year?
He's done for the year.
That did not look like a good injury. Yeah.
And he was terrible.
Yeah, he wasn't performing. But Penn State was 2-2 this year as a 20-point or larger favorite. 2-2. All other schools in that same scenario are 67-0.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. And, of course, they're looking at Cignetti from Indiana. Urban Meyer has his name in there.
So
Matt Rule.
Cignetti isn't going anywhere. Matt Rule's not leaving Nebraska.
Fran Brown at Syracuse.
I would go Urban Meyer in a second.
Yeah.
I would.
Well, yeah,
but I mean,
Urban wants back in.
And I would hire him. And then you have to realize what you're getting with Urban Meyer. You're going to get sanctions afterwards and things like that. But, I mean, this is a stone overreaction from Penn State.
You think so?
Absolutely. I'm going to fire him at the end of the season. Right? Like, you want to give him one more year.
But it's about recruits, too. They already lost, like, their top wide receiving recruit like a week ago.
But here's my thing, right? And I don't want to overreact to how Penn State fans and the media and the university acted before. But last year, all I was told was, see, that's why you keep James Franklin, because maybe he's not the best coach and maybe he loses big games, but he recruits and his program is good enough to where if you get one of those years where everything clicks, you could win a national championship. That almost happened last year. I don't think they beat Ohio State.
They had a great draw.
They did. They were fortunate. They were fortunate with their matchups.
Yeah.
But that was the reason why you keep James Franklin. He's always going to be a top 10-ish program. They are going to lose big games, but they're going to beat the Iowas and maybe not Indiana
Wisconsin.
this year. Yeah, they'll beat all those teams. Yeah. So after a while, you should be tired of that because if he can't get you past a certain spot, then you need to move on.
Right.
Not after 6 games where you overreact to the fans more or less saying fire Franklin.
But they were going to lose to Ohio State and Indiana, too.
And then you fire him at the end of the season. Or you say, you know what, we give you one more year. All I'm saying is that 3 weeks ago they were a top 5 team.
Yeah.
Now he's fired?
Yeah, but that's why they should never put out rankings until the first month of the season is over.
Ray Dunn, your opinion?
It's not an overreaction. This is where the world we're living in right now.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where the expectations are for this program. I think we've all realized what the limitation is. If you're cool with winning 10 games, winning double-digit games, and that's just what you want to do, you want to compete, but you don't ever want to get over the top, then by all means, keep the guy.
Yeah.
But there's a track record at this point.
He was in the college football semifinals last year.
And that's wonderful. Who did he beat on the way there?
But that's the track record.
But that's the thing. When it came to him playing another top 10 opponent, another top-tier program,
they never win.
They lost.
I understand that. It's historically bad. I used to tweet every game they would lose, I would tweet it out. I would just add the extra loss to it. And then I would get death threats via DMs. So all you rat Penn State fans that turned on in the middle of 3 weeks, they turned on you. So what I was saying all along, I was wrong or you were wrong, rats.
Yeah, I don't know the Penn State fans that you were interacting with. I know a lot of Penn State fans that yesterday were like, well, hey, thank you for putting the program back where we expect it to be, but it was time for a change.
Time to move on. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not even saying it was the wrong move. It's an overreaction that could have waited till the end of the season.
But see, with college athletics, it's different because you're relying on donations, which can dry up, and also recruiting, which guys are flipping to other schools.
And they just
it's
slipped.
not like a pro team.
But they just slipped. Everybody just slipped after he got fired. Right? Like, all this thing about recruiting, you just lost all your recruits, so now you're starting over. Here's what sells recruits to Penn State. Penn State. You need to bring in a coach that's as good as James Franklin. It isn't a tier one. It's not a tier one college football program. It's not. It's not Ohio. It's not Ohio State.
Well,
it's not Michigan. It's not. It's the second tier.
It's just a half a rung down from Ohio State.
Full rung.
But it could be.
Yes, exactly.
Why? Because you say so?
They just exercised a $50 million buyout.
Yes.
And?
That means there's money there. They have the finances to do it. They have the conference to do it.
So, but here's what you need. Players to do it.
They've had the players. They've recruited so well. They haven't had the guy that's gotten them over the top.
Best wide receiver they've had in the last however many years.
Well, they just lost.
Best quarterback they've had.
What quarterback has he developed?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But that's like they bring in the top-tier high school quarterbacks. They don't develop them to
Aller never played to the potential.
You can say it's development, and that's fair. But I can also say there's a long enough track record to where they're like really 30 years they can't develop a guy, or is it because they're just not getting? They're getting the good recruit, they're not getting the great recruit. Ohio State, like you want to bring it up in the same friggin' sentence as Ohio State. All they do is put out talented wide receivers, and then their quarterbacks are good enough because you have the talent around them.
And they had
Penn State doesn't have that kind of talent.
They get transfers at quarterback now,
and it works for them.
Yes, it works for a lot of teams.
A lot of teams.
Yeah. Now, the athletic director at Penn State is the former Temple athletic director.
That he is.
Okay. And I texted him this morning because Ray and I were talking about, next year Penn State's on the schedule. And Ray goes, could you imagine having both Pat Kraft and Matt Rule on the other sideline at that game? So I said, don't tell me it's going to be you and Rule on the opposite sideline on September 12th with a big emoji. And he hearted the text. He loved it.
That sounds like breaking news to me.
Wow. Let's run with it.
No, that should be a story.
Yeah. How about
It should.
that?
We hearted the fact that you said Matt Rule.
Yeah.
I don't believe he leaves. I think Penn State makes a hard play for him. I don't think he leaves Nebraska.
Yeah.
To me, it looks like he hasn't been there long enough. He hasn't failed yet. He's very much in the community. His wife's in the community there.
But that's another program that still thinks it's in the 1990s, and Tom Osborne's still there. You know, and you talk about being a rung down.
Well, Penn State's a rung up on Nebraska.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Penn State's still a good program. Don't get me wrong. If Urban Meyer comes in the Happy Valley, he can win a national championship.
Man, that would be exciting.
Sure would.
Did you watch that documentary on the Florida Gator years?
I sure did.
Oh, that was good. He's a psycho.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm sure the State College Police Department would be on his side. Coming up, just fascinating. Fascinating that,
It is.
that they got rid of him when they did.
It is. I mean, listen to that. That guy won a couple of games at Vanderbilt. He gets a great agent, gets the Penn State job, and then gets this extension, and now you can do nothing. You would not see me ever if I had $50 million.
Matt Rule did the same thing after Carolina fired him. He went right and got the first job he
got
could,
the first
which
job.
offsets the money that Carolina would offer.
You would think that language is in the contract.
Yeah.
But man, I would just go. I'd go do TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do Jay Wright, make a mill or two doing
Yeah.
TV for a couple months out of the year, and then you enjoy your vacation homes all over the world.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, but that's why we're doing this.
Right.
Because James Franklin's going to get the first job he can. And you know it, because that's the way these guys are built, man.
Yep.
All right, coming up. How do you interpret Zadarius Smith's decision to retire? Yes. So we've now gotten to the point where players are retiring from the Eagles, Harry Mace.
Yeah. Played 25% of the snaps on Thursday night.
He's not injured.
Yeah.
He was playing a decent amount of time. He was productive. He wasn't washed.
He made some plays.
And he decided to retire from the Eagles.
Wow. Yeah.
Let's talk about it coming up. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Zadarius Smith retires. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. We found out at the end of the 11 o'clock hour that Zadarius Smith has retired from the Philadelphia Eagles. Smith joined the team earlier this season, has been part of the edge rusher room, played 25% of the snaps on Thursday night in the loss to the Giants, and now a position that was already thin for the Eagles has gotten even thinner with Smith's decision to retire. We'll continue to react to that with you throughout the show as the Eagles get ready for a matchup with the Vikings this Sunday in Minnesota. Birds trying to get themselves to 5-2. Maybe the potential for a matchup with Carson Wentz on the other side of the field in that game. Elsewhere in Philadelphia sports, Phillies have to turn to the future after bowing out in the NLDS in 4 games to the Dodgers. Todd Zalecki was on with Kevin Cooney over the weekend, so he doesn't anticipate Rob Thompson losing his job.
I've got no indication that Rob is going to lose his job. He was asked about it, and to his credit, and this is why I think he's a great manager, he said, I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried about the 60 broken-hearted people in that clubhouse right now.
A clubhouse that could look different come next season. Kyle Schwarber, JT Realmuto, Ranger Suarez among a number of free agents for that team. Flyers have the home opener tonight. We're giving away tickets later on in the show. Be sure to tune into that, and also tune in tonight here on The Fanatic for that game. This update's brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Your favorite songs shouldn't have to wait for Wi-Fi. Switch to Straight Talk to get real unlimited on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
Coming up at 12:55, flyer in an envelope. Philadelphia Flyer in the envelope. You can see the envelope right here, Harry Mays.
I see it. It is legit. It exists.
It does. Now, there's not a flyer in this envelope. I'm using it as a prop.
Okay.
Because in this envelope is a letter from Trenton Psychiatric Hospital. Frank addressed this to me.
Oh, you got a letter from a fan.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't the first letter I've received.
Okay.
And it's written, wouldn't surprise you if you saw the way that it was written. But I appreciate it.
Was it a threatening type
No,
of letter?
no. It's like, remember how in the 90s you would fax because, there's no text message or anything. So instead of calling, you would use the fax. I remember Jody Mack would get a fax.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And then you read the fax.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's kind of like this.
Okay.
I don't know if they have a fax in Trenton at the hospital.
Yeah.
There's a letter.
Or maybe he doesn't have fax privileges if they did.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But Frank, you're out there listening. What's up, buddy? I haven't read it yet, but I'm waiting for a slower period of time. So I got this, Phillies run and everything else.
Is that something that you would read on air?
Depends. I've gotten plenty of letters that I read on the air that weren't very kind.
Okay.
To me. I got this one that was like whoever it was took a lot of time.
Yeah.
Was scrutinizing my English. How I spoke and what I said. And
That's the thing, though. I mean, if somebody's going to take the time to scratch out a letter to you, like what you do is pretty important to them.
It was accurate because they listen, and if they're listening, that's fine.
Yeah,
like you're entitled to your opinion.
Absolutely.
As long as you listen, you don't have to like me. Or, like a lot of people listen for Harry, right? Like I saw a lot of people saying like, "Oh, I'll definitely tune in when you're on the air." Harry.
First text we got today. Harry Mays back on the radio. That's awesome.
Yep. Harry Mays. First time, long time. Well, you were on last week.
Yeah.
But yes. So going forward, we're going to get him on again sometime this week. I don't know your schedule.
I took a lot of heat over the weekend, though, because of that disastrous sports day.
Some people are saying that you made your return on Thursday. And like an all-time bad day.
That's the biggest mush. Yeah.
Yep.
I did see a YouTuber that was coming after John for that as well.
Oh, is that right?
That apparently things have also gone to hell.
YouTuber?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Who is it?
Since John's return?
Last week on that Friday.
on YouTube.
On YouTube. Yeah. No. There wasn't a whole video dedicated to John Marks that's taken us all down. No, it was just a comment.
YouTube comment.
That said, Phillies are out. Eagles are 0-2.
Yeah, listen. It's a fact, whether I had something to do with it. It's a fact, Jack, as somebody once said. So I've been looking for – so Zadarius Smith retires from the Eagles.
Yeah.
And you look at his statement, which is like very generic. You wouldn't feel one way or another it had anything to do with his time with Philadelphia. It didn't say – it literally didn't – Ray, did you feel like you got anything from his statement that he put out there?
Not at all. Not a single thing.
Right. No.
Just, hey, man, it was a great run.
Right.
Appreciate all of you.
I mean, maybe it was just one of those things where you're like, man, I still think I got another year left in me. You come back, things aren't going great. Mike said, you probably saw a free ride to the Super Bowl. Yeah, it's a
great
lot
point.
to that. And now all of a sudden, you're only getting 20-25% of the snaps. You just lost 2 straight. You know what? Maybe I don't love this as much as I thought I did.
Your body's beat up after the game. I don't know if there's injury stuff or whatever, but also if you come back, he had a sack and a half. So because we've seen players come back and
have nothing
left, and they're barely playing. They're actually counting on him to be a part of the rotation.
Yes,
he played a decent amount of snaps. What did you say? 18, 19,
25% of the snaps.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. And at this point, he's probably more of a pass, a pass rusher than anything else.
A specialty kind
of
guy. Yeah.
So why would you walk away from it? The team's still 4-2, unless there is turmoil in the locker room, and he knows it. And he says, "I want nothing to do with this." Honestly, if you feel like this is the team to win the Super Bowl, I don't think you go anywhere. If you feel like this is like, "Yep, not a good idea. This team's going nowhere. I'm retiring now." That's it. You don't know.
But that is a position, though, that you made reference to this. Like, they need a lot more production out of that position.
The defensive line ain't great.
No.
Jordan Davis, he
had a good couple of couple of weeks, made a couple of big plays, but, they lose Jalen Carter. That upsets that whole sort of rotation. And then they lost Quinyon. That threw everything into
Nolan Smith out, so they lose one of their pass rushers. Now, I mean, and Jalix Hunt has given you anything?
Not much of anything. And I'm looking at Bryce Huff over with the Niners. Actually, has 3 sacks.
He does.
If he gets to 8, don't the Eagles get a different
an extra draft pick or
something? Yeah.
Yep. And we laughed at it when it's like, yeah, sure, he'll do that. Milton Williams in New England. You were never going to pay him that money, but he's been great.
He has been great. He benefited from playing next to Jalen Carter, cashed in, but is now backing it up.
Sure is.
Yeah. For a team on the come.
Any additional information out there, Ray? That's on the.
I saw Diana Rossini reporting that it's a personal choice, not related to the Eagles. But retirement always feels like a personal choice.
Right.
It's pretty personal.
Yeah, great reporting as usual by Diana Rossini. Always one of the great.
She had to get that out there on X.
Thank you. Yeah, because she didn't have something to say about it. It would look like she had no information. When the reality is that they just gave it to Rappaport.
Right.
He's not doing any real reporting.
Oh, Rappaport just screenshotted the Instagram account.
Oh, is that all he did?
Oh, yeah, that's all he
Nobody
does.
did any reporting. Everyone's just screenshotting Instagram.
Well, it's like with Schefter. Schefter gets the text message from the agent, 30 seconds before somebody else does, and he gets it out first. Like him being ESPN insider and his history is the reason he gets that 30-second heads up over everybody else. So.
Who was the one reporter that had the A.J. Brown stuff? Wasn't Aditi Kinkabwala, was it?
Huh?
There was a female reporter that had kind of a line on one of the
Josina?
Is that
what AJ stuff?
I forget. This is a couple years ago.
Might have been Josina.
Josina Anderson.
Josina
yes,
Anderson.
I think that's it.
I think she's officially with CBS, but I don't know what she does with
that's
CBS.
Who it was. That's who it was.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Whatever. AJ, the good times are coming. No, I mean, without having any hard facts, it certainly wouldn't lead you to believe that it wasn't somehow related to what's going on.
Yeah, and you'd think, wouldn't you kind of stick it out to the bye week and kind of give it some thought?
Not unless you're saying hell no.
I guess not.
Got off the bus after the Giants game. I'll give it the weekend to think. Woke up Monday morning. Yeah, I'm good.
Right.
Thanks, guys. Here's my key card. Appreciate it.
Maybe he didn't even get a key card.
Yeah, Harry hasn't got one yet.
Well, I mean, he was only here a couple of weeks.
Right, just like you.
Yeah.
You'll get a key card at some point soon.
Probably in January.
Well, probably. Might take a couple weeks or a couple
The
months.
holidays are coming, man.
Right.
It's just more excuse to not do anything.
Right.
So it happens.
But you'll get it. But Smith was like, you know what? No, you're right. He probably didn't have a key card.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe that's why he retired. He was mad that he didn't have a key card.
Yeah.
Don't you retire because you don't get a key card, Harry.
He needed Jalix Hunt to let him into the building.
You think he texted Jalix like, yo, come get me at the gate?
As soon as he's pulling into the parking lot, he sends a text.
Is that what you had to do with Ray?
I did.
Because you don't have a key card? Because you were already here when I got here this morning. So, yep. There you go. All right, coming up, we have flyer in an envelope. How about that? So here's how the game. We'll tell you how the game's played coming up on the other side. But we have a pair of Flyers tickets to tonight's home opener. We have a Philadelphia Flyer in the envelope. All you have to do is ask a yes or no question, and then you can get a guess at who's in the envelope. And that's for tonight. You also get a home opener T-shirt. Tickets are still available at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com. That's coming ahead. And a little bit of everything. We had some Phillies discussion earlier. It was good as well. This is Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
John Kincade, Andrew Salciunas.
All right, flyer in the envelope. You win a pair of tickets to Flyers and Panthers. That's in 10 minutes, 12:55. So here's how you do it. Let's say that we're going to do this with the Eagles. So Harry would call in 610-632-0975, and he would ask a yes or no question. It would be like,
is this an offensive player?
Yes. And then you get a guess.
Okay.
And if you get it wrong, you're out. You don't get more questions.
Okay.
And then we go to the next caller. So now you've narrowed it down to offense. Does he play running back? Yes. Is it Saquon Barkley? Ding, 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 ding.
Winner.
So you have to pay attention to and Harry, people won't pay attention.
No, they won't.
That's the
Nobody
way it
can
goes.
pay attention to anything these days.
And they're also busy dialing in,
Right.
and they lose track of it. But it does help if you pay attention because then you know the previous questions and answers.
Mm-hmm.
So the person that gets it correct wins a pair of tickets to the home opener tonight, which you're picking the Flyers on the money line.
I think I'm going to throw a little sprinkle on the Flyers.
Are you?
Yeah.
What's a sprinkle for you? 10?
Yeah, a little more than that. A little more than that.
What's the money line?
I think it was like 115 on the Bet Parks app last I looked.
Okay. So it's
plus 123 right
okay.
now.
So a slight underdog tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's the second time in a week they're playing Florida. Home opener, a little excitement in the building.
Yeah. If
I'm going to go with the Fly Guys tonight.
Are they 0-2-1? They play 3 games so far? 0-2-1? Something like that?
They don't have a win. I know that.
1-1.
And they
play 2 games.
They did get the all-important point in one of the games.
It was the overtime
Saturday night.
loss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And, Bobby Brink is their leader right now in points.
I know. I did know that.
What a great,
That's a great
hockey name.
Yeah.
Bobby Brink. Yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning.
That's all we can ask.
All it's going to take is because if the team loses, I will not pay attention. If they win, then I'm in.
There's a lot of Flyer fans in the building here in the staff.
I've noticed that.
Everybody's wearing Flyers gear.
Oh, Mike Vito has Flyers on today. Well, yeah, it's the home opener for the flagship station for all your Flyers action. 97.5 The Fanatic. There you go.
So will Jason be on duty tonight?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so, right? Pre and post.
Yeah.
As he normally is, Jason Bertitas. There you go. Let's go to Joe. Joe's in Cherry Hill. Joe, go ahead. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, Joe. What's going on?
Not much. I was just calling to take a guess at the Flyers, to get those tickets tonight.
Well, you know what? Here's what I'll do. We'll put you on hold, so hang tight there a second, all right? Because that starts coming up in a second.
Yeah, he's a little early. He's like 8 minutes early.
Yeah. So we have to make sure there's a lot, like Nate in the back. He also, this is his first time screening calls for the Flyer in the envelope.
Yeah, well, that's a different thing. It could be intimidating.
Yeah. So if people want to call in now and start lining up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, like, listen, Harry will not go to the game with you, but you never know, right? So there you go. GoLiftFlyers.com.
I don't know. They're going to be up against an early Monday night football game tonight, Johnny.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do the split screen tonight.
Yeah, I'll do the one screen.
I got the YouTube TV where you can
How do you like that?
I love it. Where you can make four games on at once, and you can pick your own multi-view. It's great.
So I want to be careful here because Comcast is, I'm sure, a sponsor. Xfinity's, I'm sure, a sponsor.
Well, I have
at
the
some point.
Comcast internet.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah. I got the high-speed internet.
Wow. You don't have dial-up anymore?
No, no dial-up.
So my question with the YouTube is, because a lot of people tell me that it seems like a good idea, but then when it's all said and done, you end up spending just as much money as you do with regular. Because my cable bill's like $300 and some dollars.
Mine was close to $400.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I had like 4 different boxes, and you have to pay for all the different boxes.
And Harry, I don't really watch it all that much. The kids watch more apps than anything.
Right. They're on their tablets, maybe, I guess.
Well,
right? Or...
I think the biggest reason I'm not moving away from it now is my main TV in my living room, which is
now breaking sports news.
No.
97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
This one comes courtesy of John Heyman from the New York Post. Rob Thompson is safe for 2026. Sources tell me, and Joel Sherman. Rob Thompson.
Yeah, I reported the same thing at 11 o'clock.
John Heyman's been wrong a few times in the past, so I don't know.
He's safe.
Yeah.
We'd said this on the air and off the air. I said, Harry, you don't think that there's no buzz building towards Rob Thompson getting whacked?
It's an easy knee-jerk thing to say, you got to fire the manager. But I mean, what new manager is going to be able to come in here and get those top guys to hit when the games matter?
I don't think they're there yet. After next year, if the same thing happens, well, guess what? Dombrowski's probably gone too.
Right.
Because JT is going to be, you said 35 next year?
He's 35, yeah.
So you're going to be bringing back old guys.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And you know what's going to happen? Then next year, if they fall short, now they're a year older.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, oh, this is a problem. Dombrowski does this pretty much. He did it in Boston. He won, and then he made all these trades or whatever, and then they got rid of him because they got bad.
Yeah. They got rid of Bogarts. They got rid of Betts. They got rid of everybody.
Yep. But he traded for Chris Sale, and that worked, and they won. So Dombrowski's trying to win right now. The window to win is right now. Everything that they've done is they've sold out their future as far as money.
Mm-hmm.
Because if JT takes that, JT was fine this year, but what is he getting, a 2-year contract?
I mean, yeah, what do you give a guy at that age, at that position?
I don't know, man. 20 a year?
Jeez.
2 for 40? 2 for 50?
2 for 40?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep paying all the old guys, Schwarber comes back, 5-year contract.
Why can't we just start new with a couple of guys? Bring up Miller, bring up Crawford at least. Get some new blood in there, some young players.
Crawford starts next year. I don't think Miller's ready for the majors.
No?
He struggled, which was okay in Reading. His stock took a hit as far as being one of the top prospects. But his speed this year, ironically, was what really was his biggest strong suit in AA. A lot of steals.
Okay.
He's got raw power. He's got it. He struggled with pitching down. And I want to see him at AAA this year. He ended the year at AAA. I want to see what he looks like up there. And then maybe he's your replacement for Bohm. I need Bohm out of here. I've had it.
Yeah, you're done with him?
I'm out.
Well, if he's your replacement for Bohm, that would be this next season.
Well, maybe
right?
Sosa. You bring in somebody else, and Sosa
an everyday player.
No,
he's a guy that I like having the availability of being able to play second, short, third on a need basis. I really like him as a player,
I do too.
But I don't know that he's.
He gets exposed if he's a 500 at bat guy.
Right.
350? Yeah, he's good.
Right.
All right, coming up. What do we have, Harry? You know what we have.
Flyer in the envelope.
Philadelphia Flyers in the envelope. We talked about it. We're going to do it coming up next. Your chance to win tickets to see the Fly Guys tonight. So if you can't go tonight, don't even try. But you can start dialing right now. 610-632-0975. That's coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Thompson's reportedly safe. I'm Ray Dunn. This update is brought to you by Bradford White Water Heaters. When you need a new water heater, choose one that's built to be the best. Choose Bradford White. John Heyman of the New York Post reporting the last couple of minutes that Rob Thompson is safe for 2026, meaning he'll be back as the Phillies manager following the Phillies going out of the postseason in just 4 games against the Dodgers in the NLDS, back-to-back seasons where they've gone out of the postseason in 4 games, but now, apparently, Thompson's safe. His job is safe. Focus, of course, turning the rest of that coaching staff and what they'll do with the rest of that clubhouse. We'll continue to react to that throughout the day here on The Fanatic. We also got news earlier in the show that Zadarius Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles has retired, so it makes a thin edge rusher room even thinner. Zadarius Smith calling it a career. Danny Rossini reported it's a personal decision, nothing related to the Eagles. We'll continue to react to that as the Eagles get ready to get set for that Vikings game this Sunday out there in Minnesota. The Birds looking for win number 5. Coming up next, we're giving away a pair of tickets to the Flyers home opener tonight. Flyer in the envelope. That's coming your way as the Flyers again open up at home, their home schedule tonight. You can be there if you tune in the rest of the way. This update is brought to you by Electrical Workers Local 269, the Electrical Training Alliance, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 269. Electrical Training Alliance can offer a career with no college debt. To learn more, go to IBEW269.com. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for best Birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic.
All right, Football Mondays brought to you by Pierce Phelps, Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning. Visit nopaybryant.com. And you're listening to 97.5 The Fanatic, WPEN and WPEN HD1 Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studio, powering possibilities. All right, it's that time, Harry Mays.
Yes.
Finally, we're going to do this. We're playing Philadelphia Flyer in the envelope at stake today. A pair of tickets to the Flyers and Panthers home opener. That's tonight at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. All fans get a Flyers home opener T-shirt. You can get your tickets at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com. So here is the game. People are lined up, and Harry, they're lined up.
Yes, they are.
On the line at 610-632-0975. You're going to ask a yes or no question only. I will give the answer, and then you get a guess to the Flyer in the envelope. Whoever gets it first wins. It's that simple. This Flyer played in the 2010s. That is your clue to start off. Harry Mays does not know the answer.
Nope.
So he will be playing along with you on the phone lines and at home. Thank you, Ray. Like that? What's your go-to game show?
The Price is Right.
Still going strong.
Yep. Is it really?
Well, with Drew Carey.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It was like Jeopardy, too. I mean, that's kind of a lame answer, but
Jeopardy,
I like that.
Jeopardy's good.
Yeah.
All right, bring that music down a little bit there, Ray Diggity, and we're going to start off with Joe in Cherry Hill. Joe, what is your question?
You guys made me go first. That stinks.
Oh, well, you called in first, so that's what happens, Joe.
You guys need to play the boys are back. Here, put you guys back on the radio. 97.5 for sure.
Thank you.
My question is, you said 2010?
He played in the 2010s, yes.
All right, let's go. Was he a forward?
So he was not a forward.
Oh, okay. No forward.
All right, now I guess.
Who's your guess?
Let's go with that.
3 seconds.
Kimmo Timonen.
Kimmo Timonen. Good guess.
That's a great guess.
Joe, try to call back in. It's incorrect. All right, so we know it's not a forward, Harry.
Okay.
Let's go to Jordan in Northeast Philly. Jordan, what's your question?
Was he a top 4 defenseman?
He was not a top 4 defenseman.
Is it Ryan Parent?
Is it Ryan Parent?
Wow.
It is not incorrect. If you knew me a little bit better, you'd know that Ryan Parent was.
Wow.
Let's go to Connor. Connor's in Delaware. Connor, what's your question?
Hey, John, is it a goalie?
It is a goalie.
Is it Steve Mason?
Is it Steve Mason? Oh, it's not. All right, we've got it narrowed down here. Mo, calling from Horsham. Mo, what's your question?
What's up, guys? Back on the radio. Awesome. Congrats.
Thank you.
Does he have the same initials as our top goal scorer, Bobby Brink?
He does not have the same initials as Bobby Brink.
I know where he was
All
going
right,
there.
Is it Michael Layton that screwed us in Game 6?
Michael Layton. It is not.
Number 32.
Do you remember the picture of it had a beach ball going through
he's
his
49,
legs?
I think.
Is he?
I don't know. 49. Yeah.
I just remember he didn't do a very good job in the finals. Matt in Lansdale. Matt, what's your question?
Yeah, what up, boys? Is it the late Ray Emery?
Ray Emery. It is not. Now, see, you can ask a question to try to narrow it down, right? Let's go to George, 610-632-0975.
In other words, like a generic type of question, and then give your guess, as you're saying, right?
You very easily can ask another question to try to narrow it down, right? George in Epping. George, go ahead. What's your question?
Hey, is it Sergei Bobrovsky by chance?
Oh, is it Bob? No! We got to be getting close here, huh? Let's go to Ryan. Ryan in Philly. Ryan, what's your question?
I guess, is it Brizgalov?
Is it Ilya Brizgalov? It's Ilya Brizgalov. Congratulations, Ryan!
Yes, let's go.
All right, man, you win a pair of tickets tonight. Hang on a second. PhiladelphiaFlyers.com is where you get that.
Do we have any of his sound drops in the soundboard? Because we used to use
I'm afraid that's bear, but bear in the forest.
Love that guy.
So the drops we used to use were coming off the Winter Classic when they had whatever that show was on HBO.
Yes,
which was awesome.
Great show. That was with Laviolette.
So I don't think they made because Ray was looking for him.
Okay.
I don't think they made the transition to the new system.
Okay.
Because that's where you had Laviolette. But what's the problem now? Let's play with some jam in here. Let's go.
He was yelling at Hartsey.
He's yelling at her, and Brizgalov said, "Oh, it's so humongous big."
Yeah, so humongous big or whatever.
A stone idiot, that guy
Oh.
who stole money from this team. Poor the late Ed Snyder, who thought the way to find a cup was to get rid of Bob, who's been in how many finals since then?
So humongous big, right?
Still, there it is. Still going strong.
Yeah.
Bob is. Wow.
What's the problem?
Yeah, Leighton. He was the guy who let in the final goal against the Blackhawks, where you were like,
Went through the five-hole.
Is it in the? It's in the net.
Yeah.
It was a really strange goal.
That was what year was that?
Was it Patrick Kane?
I don't remember. I think I still work with Mike, so I remember doing shows from outside the
arena.
Yeah, the arena. They were fun teams.
Yeah, they were.
They really were. Laviolette, because Laviolette used to call on the Mike show on a weekly basis because they both got West German BMW was their spot. Like, he had his car, they both had their car, so it wasn't even set up through the Flyers. It was Peter liked the show, so he's like, yeah, I'll call in every week. So he used to call in, and Laviolette was such a good talker. He's one of these guys where I didn't care if he was talking about hockey necessarily. Right. He was just a really interesting guy. I liked him a lot. I really liked Lavi. He was awesome. So yeah, that was a really fun couple of years there with the Flyers.
I walked into a suite one night at the arena, and he and his wife were the only people in the suite. And
Lavi?
Yeah, and I just walk in and grabbed a beer and just like sat there with him for 20 minutes.
And talked to him?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I had no idea he'd be in there.
Well, I remember one, it was the only time that on the radio that I was told not to say something, and I didn't say anything because I was threatened with being fired for it.
Okay.
Is when you reported Brizgalov fell asleep at a meeting?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of made into a big deal. Didn't it? It's so much so that the guy on the other station was talking about it.
Yes.
The morning show.
In the morning, yeah. Angela was talking about it. Did you know that, Ray? So Brizgalov, everybody hated him at this point, and Harry goes on the air and reports that Brizgalov fell asleep during a meeting.
Well, I was given the information.
No. It was accurate information.
Right. I was given the information, and the program director never thought I'd actually go on the air and say it. And I'm like,
and they didn't give the team a heads up.
Right.
And they were mad because it's like if it's a flagship, you
and
got to
he
let
never
us know
likes
it's coming.
getting a phone call ever.
No. So I was told, that I was not allowed to talk about it on the air. And I was like, what do you mean I'm not allowed to talk about it on the air? And when I was working with Sean.
Right.
And he's like, if you talk about it on the air, you will be terminated.
Is that what he said?
And I called Mike, and I'm like, dude, they're saying they'll fire me if I bring this up on the air. And Mike's like, listen, man, it's tough. You know, like I was just getting my start, having my own show and everything else. So what we ended up doing was we played every return back from break. We played a different song that involves sleeping. And then we played the Three Stooges where they go, me, but I didn't talk about it.
Right.
And Mike got on the air at 2:00 and talked about it immediately.
Of course.
Because he was Mike and I wasn't.
Right.
And in hindsight, I wish I would have, because if they would have fired me for talking about it then. But the market manager actually told me don't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you reported it.
I just...
Because they wanted it out there. I mean, I don't think you're some Woodward or Burns.
No, I'm not. I never claimed to be deep throat. My God!
But you had the information, and you had it confirmed.
You've never seen that program director run as fast as he did when he heard that. He was in this studio, and his office was a good, I don't know.
Oh, a 30-second walk.
Yes, at least a 30-second walk. He was in here at like light speed. And, oh, man.
Matt Nahagian is our program director. We can mention his name.
Oh, my God.
And I love Matt, but that was
great.
I remember Harry just reported Brizgalov fell asleep during meetings. Like, what? This is awesome. You can't talk about it.
That was so great.
Oh, my God. All right, well, congratulations to, is it Ryan from Philly that won it?
Yeah, Ryan won it.
Ray, that went pretty well.
That was
right?
great.
It was actually smooth.
That was a lot of fun. It was good.
All right. Now, the one thing we do need, and this is all me, not you, we need some type of when there's a winner.
Yeah, no, I felt that.
I used to use Celebration by Kool and the Gang. The
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't pay off the moment for Ryan. In that moment, I was like, man, Ryan. I mean, he's going to get to see the Flyers, which will pay off any moment.
It's the first time we're doing it, and it's okay. And I didn't put you in a position to succeed. All right? I should have
definitely take accountability here. Listen.
You're all right. You're good. You're good. All right, well, listen. This is a moment that people have been waiting for all show. Because it's a new segment we're debuting, Harry Mays. It's called Play-by-Play with Ray. What I'm learning is that your name goes with a lot of different words, and I love the way it sounds. Like when Pride Parade happens in June, you're going to be Gay Ray for a day, and you're going down to ask Eagle trivia questions at the parade. I didn't tell him that yet, but that's something I have on my phone. Gay Ray for a day. It all works. So play-by-play with Ray. Ray did 2 games yesterday.
Right.
Tell us about the games.
They happened. Yeah.
No, tell us who there's a Temple men's soccer game.
Right.
That was against Tulsa.
Yeah, Temple men's soccer against Tulsa at 3 o'clock yesterday. And then Temple women's soccer against Charlotte.
What time was
noon.
that?
That was a noon start.
That was noon.
Yeah, that was the early one.
Okay.
Wow.
And Ray, were you out the night before?
I mean, I was at homecoming. I wouldn't say out. Like, I was home by a reasonable hour.
You knew you had to work the next day.
Yeah.
You weren't going crazy. But you were at the game early, so you probably had your fun early.
Had Casey Keeler taken 3 knees and kicked the field goal, he'd have been out all night.
Right.
That would have been an all-nighter.
It would have been a better play-by-play with Ray.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to do that, and then I'm going to give these guys 2 minutes. That was an absolute, I don't know how you lose that game, dude.
Oh, my God.
That's an all-time.
Punch in the gut.
And Navy's a good team. They're undefeated.
They're undefeated. They're 6-0 now. That would have been a great win for the program.
Temple outplayed them, and they lost. And I blame you, Harry.
Yes, it's my fault. Because I was asking for Ray's number. You gave me Ray's number because I wanted to text back and forth about the game.
Oh, I was loving it.
Yeah, you two deserve each other. You 2 losers deserve each other. Play-by-play with Ray makes his debut coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Start your morning off right with
Football Mondays brought to you by Pierce Phelps Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning. Visit nopaybryant.com. I could no pay them and get a new HVAC. I like no paying. But you have to pay. I have good credit, believe it or not.
Well, yeah, it's good to have in the radio business, too. Good credit.
Need good credit. Or no credit, no problem. You'll sometimes hear as well. But you all right with the microphone over there?
Yeah, it fell down on me. They're still paying Brizgalov.
So what was it, like a 20-year buyout or something?
Somebody pointed it out on the chat, and I looked it up. And
does he get $1 million a year for?
He gets a 1.6 and change million per year since 2013. That'll continue through 26, 27.
So 15 years, 14 years?
14 years.
You got to buy him out because he was so bad. And then Bob. You remember Bob? He wasn't he, like, he had a rookie season and he was good, but but Snyder was, we can't win with a young goalie like that. We need to bring in a veteran. And then I think they had Brizgalov and Bob together a year or whatever. And then they're like, well, we need to trade him. And they traded him. And meanwhile, is the Vesna or Vesnia? That's the goalie.
Did they trade him to Columbus? Is that where
I believe so.
First?
And he's bounced around a couple places, but he always seems to be in finals whenever
Yeah. He plays deep into the season.
He sure does.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, Ray Dunn and Harry, I'm kind of a one-trick pony here. I'm a radio talk show host. I can't do much else. I mean, seriously, like after I left my last gig, you kind of bounce around and try to figure out what you want to do, but you know that what you do best is radio. And right. I was faced with, all right, well, if you're not going to get back in the radio, what the hell are you going to do? And the answer wasn't easy. I don't know. I don't know how to use Excel or do any of these other things, right? Like, what the hell am I going to do? Go do sales? Like, I don't want to do that. So I'm fortunate to be back here at 97.5 The Fanatic. But Ray Dunn's not going to have that problem.
No.
Very talented young man, very smart, book smart.
Yep.
Very good as a producer, excellent on the air as a host, but also play-by-play. It might end up being what he does, play-by-play.
He's really good.
Yeah, very good. What would you say your best play-by-play is, Ray?
Sport-wise, basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball is probably my best.
Yeah? Is that what you enjoy the most?
Mm-hmm. That's how I came to know Ray.
Is that right?
Yeah. Was watching ESPN Plus for the Temple Owl game.
Because they're not anywhere else.
Right.
Oh, so you have a following of the loser Temple Owl fans that still watch the basketball team for some reason.
We were at Rally House last week. One of the people that stopped by, I believe Eric, was like, I recognize you from ESPN Plus, the Temple soccer games. And I was like, that's one way to recognize me. So it's not necessarily how I've always been recognized.
ESPN Plus is essentially, it's for, and it's actually great because if you're a fan of a team that doesn't have coverage of every game,
right,
they give you pretty much coverage of every game.
Exactly.
And it's professional and everything else. I mean, it really, really is good. Now, Ray, you wear like a suit for these games and like
I do, because we have the on-camera open. So I want to make sure if we do nail one of the opens, I want to be able to have that.
So you have the on-camera open at a different building, not even associated.
We've got
with
the ESPN Plus background right behind us.
Oh, the fake background?
We're in a studio background.
So we would think that you're actually you're at the game live when you're not.
Yes.
Okay.
But for basketball, you're in the league.
He's there. I'm right there. Yeah,
but you don't travel or anything like that because they have the ESPN Plus people elsewhere?
ESPN Plus is local in-market taken care of. The in-house production usually from universities, they take care of the talent.
So you do basketball. We're going to hear soccer in a second. What else? What other sports do you do?
So I do the women's basketball games on radio. That's the traveling gig. And then men's basketball on ESPN Plus. That's keeps me here.
So hold on. You travel? You go to away games?
Yes.
On the radio? So you'll miss time here because you're doing I did not know that.
Felt like that definitely would have came up.
I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, it's not a problem. I just didn't know it.
No, I'm just shocked you don't know it. That's more.
I do not know.
Yeah.
It.
No. All right. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that come basketball.
We'll figure that out. Well, look at that. That's very cool.
Yeah, I'll be able to check in from various metropolitan areas across the country.
Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah. Honestly, not as bad as Tulsa.
No?
I'll say it. Of the two, I had to be nice to the Tulsa audience this weekend, but of the two, when we do that middle of America nowhere trip,
I got to tell you,
fan of Wichita.
Yeah. I watched the First 48, the TV show First 48 on A&E, and they're always in Tulsa.
Oh, yeah?
There's murders all over.
I watched the Tulsa King.
What's that?
That's Stallone's show. On Netflix, I think it is. I watched that.
Like Pawn Stars or?
No, he's like a mobster. that gets relocated to Tulsa.
Oh, it's a drama. It's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
A place you could definitely get relocated. No one finds
Absolutely. Yeah, you could sort of disappear in Tulsa, or so he thought.
So that's well, you might see Ray in that show.
Yeah.
Me walking in the background.
Yeah. Well, yeah, walking around.
I went hotel bar the night because the team moved on to Wichita. They left me behind because I had to fly back for work here. And I went to the hotel bar. I was like, please give me somewhere to go tonight. Like, the team's gone. I have fly out in the morning. Gave me 6 places. When I tell you I went into each one of those 6 places, I came back to the hotel bar, pushed the note back. I was like, I'm just going to sit here. I'm good for the night. There's just nothing going on. It was a Saturday night.
Hotel bars are good if it's a good hotel bar.
Yeah.
If you're in
Yeah,
you're the Best Western with nothing.
Yeah.
No, they take care of us.
All right.
Good hotel living.
All right. All right. So, and you don't do field hockey or lacrosse or anything like that?
No.
Boxing?
No, I don't do.
I know Matt Martucci he was doing kickboxing and stuff in Thailand or something for a while. Our old buddy Matt.
Yeah, he's incredible.
All right. So what do we have here? This is Ray Dunn from yesterday, and I asked Nate in the back for 30 seconds. He gave us 2 minutes of highlights.
Oh, my goodness.
Which we're not going to play.
There's not 2 minutes of highlights to a college
I called
soccer
3
game.
goals yesterday.
And none of them were Temples, I think.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
So here's the debut of Play-by-Play with Ray. Now give us a little music to start us and then roll it.
As this one does make its way into the box. Here comes Keeley trying to crash in and get there. Now Craven putting this one in on the box, and this one finding the back of the net. How about that for the 49ers to start the second half? Turning nothing into something and a 1-goal advantage here on the road. Now you look at this and just...
Oh, no, stop it. Pause it. Yeah, pause it.
That was his garbage into gold reference.
He ripped it off.
Right there.
He changed the words.
Yes.
Turning nothing into something? Isn't that something people say all the time?
No, I'm not ripping you for it. It's the same observation I had. It's a steal from Zumhoff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Zumhoff was my professor at Temple, so, I mean, you can imagine I've...
Not bad. I
listened
mean,
to him.
listen, I wouldn't have been high energy either being in some room doing a game, but...
Doing Charlotte 49ers women's soccer. My God.
All right, keep going.
Craven locked with one another, and then a great job of just running up and making that opportunity happen. Rory Brown all in this aggressiveness. This one in on the box, a beautiful opportunity emerging, and the goal there for Charlotte. Megan Bradley one more time, her 5th of the season, and a 2-goal advantage on the road for the 49ers.
Listen, it's fine, but it doesn't seem like you have a natural love for soccer.
I mean, I enjoy soccer now that I've done it more.
Yeah, you like it a little bit more.
It's more difficult. I'll say the big problem for me, and it's something I'm still working with, calling it off a monitor.
Yeah.
In terms of play development, you
Can't see the
really
whole
struggle with the whole field aspect of it. And then you can hear in the first call, we're trying to figure out who scored the first goal because there's just a cluster of people.
Right.
So that's always been an issue.
Do you have a
for me.
spotter?
I'm in a
No, he's not even at the
calling it
stadium.
off a monitor. What do you think?
I mean, you just got to listen to a little Arlo White on like the Premier League a couple of times.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I think, yeah, when you said we were doing this segment today, I had left those broadcasts yesterday. Wow, there was definitely meat left on the bone for some of those calls. And then you said we were doing this today. I was like, oh, great. I'm glad that I felt that way about those broadcasts yesterday, and this is what we're going to play as a nice sampling of my work.
It's perfect. All right, give me a little bit more. There you go.
Aguilar on a bounce. Deflect off one of his teammates. The opportunity still emerging. There's Neal. Right place, right time. And still, just a goal difference between these two.
I love the
Is that
music.
a goal?
Good job No, working
it was
that one
saved
ahead.
by Neal.
Now an opportunity. Here's Brown. Brown
You
in on the
can't see
box, looking
anything.
for the equalizer, spinning around. Needs some help now. Chasing it down, Jackson. Here comes Brown. A whistle. Jackson to the ground. How about that? Chase Jackson chasing it down. And a hug there from Campula. Hotel coming over. Look at this one more time.
Hey, how
Disbelief
about
certainly
that?
there
Isn't
from
that
my
Mel
side of
Allen?
All right, you
things.
can stop it.
Wasn't that Mel Allen?
Yeah, you
back in
steal
the
it. You're
day?
ripping off Mel Allen?
Yes, Mel Allen.
Hey, how about that?
That's enough.
You got to listen to Ray Hudson, too, do soccer. He's a legend.
Who's the guy that just retired? I think he's an Irishman. He's screaming and yelling.
Ian Dark, maybe?
I don't know.
He's good, too.
All right. Well, there you go. There's play-by-play Ray. Good job, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now we have
if I
something-
lose my gig on this one, I'm going to need some rent money.
Well, you got women's basketball. You're fine. No, you do a good job. Give me a break. So we need that for the board.
Yeah.
How about that?
Sounds good.
Now, did you walk to and from the arena to your home?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know. I'm in a suit. I don't want to get all.
Well, that's what I'm
gross.
thinking. It was
Yeah.
nasty weather out there yesterday.
I should have been more specific with Nate. I needed the good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Leah Cordes. Who were you working with yesterday?
Riley McHugh. She played at Georgia Pitt.
Soccer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, okay, good.
All right. There you go. Play-by-play. Right. What's next on the?
Soccer in 2 weeks, I think.
Oh, okay.
And then basketball season starts.
Ooh. So you're gonna be busy all the time, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Nice. All
The
right.
show sheets will get to you at some point, like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I understand. He'll be very busy, Harry. Coming up, Thursday at 11, Rob Thompson and Dave Dombrowski will address the media together. As it has been reported and now confirmed by Todd Zalecki, Rob Thompson will return as manager of the Phillies in 2026. Your thoughts on that? Your thoughts on the Phillies? 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. That's coming up next. It is Middays and Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Rob Thompson to return. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. After a little bit of speculation, I guess, over the weekend that maybe that wouldn't be the case, the Phillies have now scheduled a press conference for both Rob Thompson and Dave Dombrowski for Thursday at 11, signifying that the manager is to return. A number of reporters now reporting this. It would start with John Heyman, Todd Zalecki confirming it, Matt Gelb confirming it. The manager for the Phillies will return for the 2026 season. He will be the manager. Dave Dombrowski obviously returning as well. Their address to the media coming up later this week at 11 o'clock on Thursday about the offseason and the plan ahead. We also got news earlier today in the Eagles world that Zadarius Smith is retiring. The edge rusher will retire immediately. He joined the team earlier this season, played in 5 games. He now is calling it a career. He called it a personal decision. Whatever it was, he is no longer a part of that edge rusher room for the Birds. So plenty of news throughout the day here on the show. We'll react to all of it with you. Tonight, the Flyers have their home opener, a heartbreaking loss for them over the weekend. The home opener tonight, we gave you a chance for tickets earlier on with Flyer in the envelope. You can listen to the game tonight right here on The Fanatic. This update is brought to you by Electrical Workers Local 269, Electrical Training Alliance, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 269, NECA, and the Electrical Training Alliance can offer a career with no college debt. To learn more, go to IBEW269.com. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the best Birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Another debut segment coming up. It's called Feedback. And how you give feedback is there's supposed to be an email address that was supposed to be set up, but then it wasn't.
It doesn't work.
Well, then Vito told me that somebody's going to reach out to me. Listen, I could have created a Gmail address
Right.
in my sleep.
So how are we getting around this?
Well, you can use the text line.
Okay.
Which has been done. And the feedback, Ray, I'm assuming, I know we had a lot of things for feedback. So when we do the segment, it can be done on the text line, 610-632-0975, or 975feedback at 975thefanatic.com. But that's not set up yet. So you can't use that. But we're good to go, right?
We're good to go. We've got feedback throughout the show.
We got feedback. Yeah, it's just if people are going to make fun of me for wearing my hat backwards on YouTube. Yeah, the YouTube chat. Also, if the YouTube chat is something that catches Ray's eye, he'll use that as well.
All right.
But just when you text, make sure you leave your name and your location so we can put it in the feedback segment. Okie dokie. All right, that's coming up. Also, Harry releases his 5-star lock for tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Do that at the end of the show.
Yeah, I got to look.
Because I already have, listen, rest of the year is free if this parlay doesn't come out.
Oh, is that right?
Yep. 5-0 or the rest of the season's free. That's coming up, final segment. So, Rob Thompson, Dave Dombrowski, addressing the media together. So, he is coming back. No real surprise there. I don't think anybody's surprised that he's coming back.
I think some people are disappointed.
Yeah.
Because after that disappointing of a season,
with
so much expectation, it's like you want a head. You know what I mean?
Someone needs to be blamed.
Exactly.
And you know who you should blame? Bryce Harper and Trey Turner.
Well, I agree.
And Kyle Schwarber.
I agree.
And Brandon Marsh, because he didn't step up. The complimentary players got cold.
Yep.
I mean, Jesus, Nick Castellanos was their most clutch hitter in that series.
Yeah, that's scary.
And he's not going to be back next year.
Never thought.
So I'm going to give you a couple names real fast. You tell me. Is Stott back?
Yes.
Is JT back?
I would like to think not because there's too many old guys. I'm going to say no.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be surprised. He would have to have a 3 or 4 year market. I don't know. Maybe I am. To me, it just feels like that they're so pot committed with this core.
I can't get nostalgic about it.
I just thought, are you better off with JT than bringing in another catcher?
Somebody a little younger.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if you brought somebody else in, but to me, Schwarber, JT come back. Bohm is the most likely to be moved. And it's a matter of, other than Castellanos, I think they'll release Castellanos before. He's out.
Yeah, he's out.
But if you can move Bohm, like last year, they were trying to get real value for Bohm. He was coming off a quote-unquote all-star year.
Yeah.
And teams were like, nah, we'll take him, but we're not giving you a frontline starting pitcher like you're asking for.
Who plays third?
I mean, it's a good question. Free agent?
Yeah, I mean, you can't have a kid come up that's never played the position before and just move him in there. That's impossible.
Right.
I don't think that Sosa's an everyday guy, even though he can play the position.
Berkman's gonna opt out of his contract. I don't know. Guess you could do it. Let's see. Marsh.
2 years of control left.
Unless you're going to move him for...
Yeah, he's back.
He's back because he's cheap.
Yeah.
Bader?
1 year of control. I'd say he's probably back, too.
Kepler?
I have no idea.
Gone.
Yeah.
And then you look at a guy like Otto Kemp, who could be looked at as being a platoon outfielder.
Yeah, he could
Or
be.
a guy that could play third base.
Can he play third base?
Yep.
He plays third?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's more of a second baseman, third baseman than anything else.
Okay. Well,
But as your everyday guy,
yeah,
he's got pretty good power. See, I like Bohm's proven to be an RBI guy.
Yeah, he's not a home run guy.
He's not a home run guy. And this team lacks power. Outside of Schwarber, who else hits home runs?
Well, Harper when he's right.
But he seems more like a 20 home run guy, 20-some home run. Yeah. I don't know. Not that Otto Kemp is an impact bat you're necessarily looking for, but and then I think you see Justin Crawford. Justin Crawford, you're starting left fielder next year?
Probably.
That would excite me.
Okay,
I'm into that.
Till he plays?
Yeah, until he plays.
No, he just doesn't. He just doesn't have a lot of power. The ground ball rate's pretty high.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Because at this level, they can field better.
Yeah.
They have more information on you. They could figure out your tendencies. That scares me a little bit, that ground ball rate.
Who plays right field?
Without Casty out there.
Not going to love this answer, but if they're going to spend money to keep Schwarber around, to keep Realmuto around, to keep guys around, this might be a platoon out there again. If they're going to try and cobble together something in that outfield.
How would it not be?
With who, though?
Well, I don't know.
We don't know.
Castellanos has 1 year left.
Yeah, they would
He's
have
not gonna
to.
be here.
Yeah, I heard Zalecki say over the weekend he could see him designate like being DFA'd before he's back.
Oh wow.
Thompson being back is a real strong first step in the direction of Castellanos not being.
And I like Nick more than maybe most people or some people, but his time is over. Like he's worn out his welcome. You can't be.
Hey, it was a really successful 4 years.
Well, I think it was better. I think it was better than
Really
a lot of
memorable.
people. Maybe a lot of people will admit.
I'm just making fun of what he said on foul territory before the playoffs.
Oh,
a lot of winning.
Oh yeah,
A lot
yeah.
of winning.
Did you know that, Harry?
What's that?
That he said it was already a successful run before the series.
Oh, really?
Castellanos, yeah.
Wow, he has a different definition of success than most of us.
Which we pointed out.
What about Ranger?
Gone.
I think he's gone because he's a porous guy.
Gone.
Yeah.
You got to pay him $20+ million.
Yeah.
I don't think he's getting 5 years. But no, like if I was, if you have to look at it from this perspective, right? If you're a team that needs a starting pitcher,
yeah, absolutely.
Do you want Ranger Suarez?
Yeah,
absolutely,
absolutely, I do.
Yeah, he's not a front end number one.
No, but
starter.
I could see him in like a mid market, like a Milwaukee or something like that. You know, being like their 2 starter.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Taijuan Walker got $18 million a year.
Yeah,
right. Who would you? I mean, give me a break.
He's got 1 year left.
Yep. Walker's back because they're going to need him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is Painter even in the rotation next year?
No idea.
I don't know. I mean, he certainly hasn't earned it.
Yeah, but when
likely
you look
get a
at
shot.
The names, like, if Ranger's not back, we're not assuming Wheeler to be ready for the start of the season.
Right.
Painter's going to have to be there.
Even if Walker's back, that fifth starter is either Painter or someone that you grab for a very low price tag or try and.
And there's guys like that always out there, though.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
But you would think they would want Painter to be there before they'd want someone else to be there.
So Bob Nightingale says that there will likely be coaching changes on the staff.
Yes.
So does that mean you get a new
The hitting coach?
Well, I think like I had read somewhere where maybe the bench coach, you get a guy in there that, you know, like you had said, there's got to be like something has
Somebody's
to happen.
got to lose their job. Yeah.
They also just might need a different dynamic. I mean, Rob Thompson's been the good guy that got promoted for the last 4 years. Like, it was Girardi's tightly wound, that clubhouse is tight. Thompson gets a job, everyone relaxes, and it's like, all right, 4 years, you've had the good guy running the ship. Maybe it's time to infuse a different energy. If you're going to keep him,
right? Well,
maybe someone different in
Bring in
there.
a disciplinarian coach.
Larry Boa worked well with Joe Torre because Larry Boa could be the crazy guy that didn't mind saying
he was the
something.
intense guy.
Right.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Torre was the father figure that would put his arm around you. And Larry
Right.
told you what you needed to hear.
Right.
Love Larry.
Yeah, so do I.
You did a show with Larry and Baldy.
I did a bunch of shows.
I did post game stuff with Larry.
Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it?
He's the
It was
best.
Great. It was great when you got him to loosen up a little bit. He loved it.
He's got stories for days.
Yeah,
Larry
he's great.
Boa. He's awesome. All right, coming up. That's correct. We're debuting the segment, Harry Mays. You're here for it.
Okay.
You're riding shotgun. It's called Feedback. We'll get predictions on the Monday night games. Harry gives his Monday night pick, and then feedback. That's all coming up. And next, it is Middays with Marks, 97.5 Fanatic. Phil Colarulo, Ricky Bo, Unfiltered is coming up next. Just talking to the Bill in here. He's ready to go. By the way, the Fanatic deal of the week, Howie, it's an amazing offer.
Is it good?
Arnold's Family Fun Center.
Oh, yes.
It's up by me and Oaks.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can tell you a lot about Arnold's Family Fun Center. So can Ray. Ray probably has been to 100 birthday parties.
A million birthday parties.
Yeah, you're from out
Everyone
that
did
area.
it.
Yeah.
I'm from Oaks.
Wow.
You are. Excitement for the whole family, go-karts, mini golf, bowling, and more. They really do have it all. It's nice. Like today's one of those days with the rain and everything
yeah,
out.
dreary, rainy day. You got to take the kids to get,
Yeah.
let them burn off some steam.
You can get this deal while supplies last. 97.5thefanatic.com/deals. Buy one $50 point card, get one free. See that? Buy 50, they give you one free.
Oh, 50.
Yep. Yeah. Buy one, get one free. BOGO, as they say in the business. All right, check it out. At 97.5thefanatic.com/deals. Also, if you're looking to find the podcast for the program, wherever you find your podcasts, whether it's Apple or Spotify or whatever, just search Middays with Marks. Make sure you leave a nice 5-star review. But you can listen to the show hour by hour. We make sure we chop it up so you get each hour of the show. And you can like pretty much fish through the segment. If it's like, no, I don't really like, well, let me go to this. Let me go to this.
My mom listened to the show that way last week.
Really?
Yeah, on a Friday. She got it the next day.
Yeah. I listen to most of my audio by demand. Even on regular radio. Yeah, I listen on demand because I can find what I want to listen to.
And zip around.
Yep. So make sure you do that. And you can follow me on Instagram. It's at John, JONMARKS Media. At John Marks Media. Harry Mays TU.
Correct.
And that's Mays with an ES.
MAYES, correct. Yes.
Not like Willie Mays
not like
Hayes.
Willie Mays Hayes.
No.
Yeah.
There you go. And who cares about Ray? He's doing play-by-play. He doesn't need.
But it's DUNNE.
DUNNE, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
With
There you
D.
go. With D. Ray. Why don't you just change it the way you do it?
Why would I do that?
Well, because then it's easier for people. Take off the
Why
E.
don't you put an H in your first name?
Because I'm Jonathan.
Well,
But then
that's
I
been
still-
done for generations.
But then I
man.
still have the problem with Marks, MARKS, or X.
Yeah.
So I can't get around it. I have
should
to
just
spell
change
it.
Are there a
it
lot
to
of
X.
marks?
Change it to X.
So believe it or not, I thought about before I started in radio to be John Johnson, and then John Johnson started right before I did on radio.
Yeah, he's WIP.
Yes,
the
WIP.
station.
Yeah. My
yeah.
buddy, John's my buddy. Yep. Like, damn it, John. All right, there we go. All right, the debut. It's called Feedback, Harry. What do we got?
Now, it's time for feedback.
How about filling us in?
I can't lie! Email us at 975feedback at 975thefanatic.com.
Say it! Let me tell you something!
Or text us at 610-632-0975.
Let me tell you something else, man.
It's feedback on Middays with Marks.
All right, and again, just make sure if you can when you text, just put your name and location. All right, go ahead there, Ray.
Renee from Fox Chase. Comparing McNabb and Terrell Owens to Jalen and AJ is crazy work. Absolutely ridiculous take in comparison. It's not just one area, it is so many things that need to be fixed. But most important, it is the play calling. By McNabb and Owens, embarrassing take.
Was that you?
Yeah, I think that was me.
Huh. No, well, not embarrassing.
I lived through that.
But it's not embarrassing because it's obviously like it's not the same thing.
No.
But you brought it up in the context of, will this turn into him doing sit-ups?
Right.
And are you telling me that no one's thinking that this could be the last year they're together because they just don't see eye to eye?
That's very plausible.
Yeah.
And we stated that T.O. was flat crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what AJ is.
AJ's not, no. He's not flat crazy. All right, what do you got?
T. Kells from Mount Laurel. How about you get the email address right for your new feedback segment? You crumb bum. I'm officially a marksman now.
I love the AI voice. A crumb bum.
So the email address doesn't work yet?
That's not your fault.
No. No, in fact, we were supposed to start this last week, and then it was like, the email address isn't working. I tried texting it. I tested it. It didn't work. And they're like, oh. So I'm like, listen, let's get this together, all right? Like, this isn't that difficult.
It's not that hard.
And this isn't locally. Mike Vito's, he's putting it out there or whatever. So then it's like, it'll be done this week. So I'm like, okay, let's get it started at the beginning of, like, I don't want to push it. I don't want to have it to where we're not ready.
Mm-hmm.
So now today's Monday. It's a new week. We're going to start it Monday.
And we're not ready.
And the email address isn't ready. All right, maybe next week. All right, what do you got, Ray?
Mark from Havertown. Johnny looks like he collects used Mountain Dew bottles and turns them into recycled jewelry. He looks like the founder of an adult kickball league.
Well, maybe. Is that a bad thing to be a founder of an adult kickball league?
Doesn't sound like a good thing.
Are there adult kickball leagues?
There are.
In Manioc.
Have you done play-by-play?
Not yet. After today's segment, they actually canceled my contract.
Yeah, I 1 year I did an adult softball league in Manioc. It was like Manioc Sport and Social, so it's co-ed. It was fun. But then it was, hey, we should do kickball, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm actually retiring from.
I'm out on kickball. Yeah. I retired from kickball in the 6th grade.
Did you?
Yeah, that was it.
Me too. But thank you for the compliment, sir. Go ahead.
Karate Mark from the Northeast.
Oh, what's up?
My message to QB1. In the elevator game of football, it will have its ups and downs. When a team can come together at its lowest point, you can manage to make your way to the top. As long as you remember to open the door.
Oh, Karate Mark, that's good. It really is an opportunity for the team to rally and to get closer.
Yeah.
Remember last year after AJ said, what's the problem? And he said the passing offense, and everybody was like, oh, he's calling Jalen out. And he actually said, I didn't say anything about Jalen. I said the passing offense, I'm a part of that.
He's a part of it, yep.
And they looked good the following week against the Steelers. And it really felt like that was the pivot point to the season to where everybody kind of rallied around each other.
You can either rally around or it can just totally fall apart. There's no in between.
I feel like the rallying's happening this time. I don't know. All right, what's next?
Jim from Norristown. John, you're 100% spot on. I saw Joe Flacco do some work with a team he's been on for like 4 days with no O-line yesterday. This week is a referendum on the Eagles' 2025 season on offense. They better do a lot of good stuff in Minnesota Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you need to. Sometimes you have backup offensive linemen, your running back's not starting, everything's going against you, and you got to step up. Mm-hmm. And we've seen Jalen step up many times. See, that's the thing with the Jalen conversation is that he's such an, I don't know if odd is the word.
Enigmatic?
He's so unique in how he plays the quarterback position because it's not typical of anybody else in the league that's successful at least. When he goes out there and I see him throw the ball, sometimes he doesn't look like a starting quarterback to me. Mm-hmm. But yet he's a Super Bowl MVP, and he threw the ball all over the place in the Super Bowl. I don't know, man. Little nutty. All right, that is feedback. Not bad for the first time.
I like it. Yeah, now how do you do that? How do you get that AI voice thing?
Nate's the mastermind back there with it.
There's programs.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's websites.
That makes it just 10 times funnier.
Yeah, it's
their
great.
pronunciation and what they end up trying to emphasize is hilarious.
Yeah, but sometimes when it's bad, it's good.
Yeah.
There you go. That's feedback. Harry, you got picks for tonight?
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills -4. Bounce back. New England won yesterday. The Chiefs won yesterday. The Bills know they need to get it back on the winning side. I don't care about the 4 points. I don't think Atlanta's very good.
So I said the exact same thing.
You did?
And it almost looks too easy.
Yeah, I know.
That they're gonna go down there and
because it's
blast
the NFL,
Falcons.
and
right?
Crazy stuff happens. Yeah.
Buffalo is coming off a bad loss to the Patriots, so they're going down there mad, and they're going to kick the Falcons'
And that was
ass.
a Sunday night football game, so everybody saw it.
It was.
Yep.
So they come back out, and they're like, because I don't think Atlanta's good at all.
No, I don't think
it seems too easy.
They've kind of got some quarterback issues, like Penix, and they still got Cousins sitting there making, what, $27 million or whatever he's making to sit on the bench?
Penix hasn't taken that step.
Yeah.
That's a weird.
They have some talent.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Bijan Robinson's legit.
He's great.
Yeah,
and the one right, London is a good wide receiver.
They have some talent.
Yeah.
So my parlay that I had tonight was I love the over in the Washington-Chicago game. I don't know what to think of either team right now. It's 5.5 when I last looked. Washington 5.5 at home. Ben Johnson's a good coach, and I think he knows offense. So I don't know if they're going to win the game, but I think both teams are going to score points.
Interesting sidebar to that game is Ben Johnson. The Washington brass were on the plane going to visit him to interview him, and he declined the interview while they were on their way.
He said no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's revenge factor.
Yeah.
So I'm parlaying the Bills -4, which I'm unsure about now,
and the over
in the game.
Okay,
There you go.
All
right, Harry, it's fun. We'll see you again. Oh, look at that! Titans fired Brian Callahan per Shefty. Not surprised. Not surprised.
How long was he? Is this like his
second? Won't see him no more.
Second year?
Yeah, I think last year was his first year. Yeah, he was overmatched.
Yeah, totally.
All right, we'll see you later this week. We're going to pick a date later this week. All right, we're back tomorrow. Cal LaRullo And Ricky Bower next, Unfiltered. Stay tuned for that. Ray, thank you. Nate.